Alright, I'll do the intro. Hello everybody and welcome to another Pokemon Crystal Full Randomizer in our round of 32 for our Full Item Randomizer tournament. Today's match is going to be between Woongi and Oddlay, two names that if you're part of the community you've probably seen kicking around Discord. This should be a really good one. The runners should be ready to start here in just a minute, so until then, let's go ahead and let's talk about... Oh, actually, before we do that, what am I doing? I'm way ahead of myself. Hello, everybody. My name is Glacial, and with me is my co-commentator, RPG Mel. Say hi, Mel.
Hello. You don't need to introduce me. Everyone knows me now. I'm just kidding. Thanks for that.
Yeah, this one's going to be a good one.
Yes, it should be a good one. They're two very good runners, and hopefully the seed isn't too evil.
Yep. So,
or hopefully it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those people who likes the seed being just absolutely brutally rude, but that's because I am a jerk. So while we wait for the stream to catch up and the runners to get going, let's talk a little bit about what Pokemon Crystal Full Randomizer is.
So, Pokemon Full Item Randomizer is a whole where they randomize the Pokemon, they randomize the key items and the badges, and all of the key items and badges are available on item checks everywhere, including ground items, key item spots, you name it, everything but hidden items and berry trees, pretty much.
Yep. Everything is mixed amongst itself. So there's a version of this that you might have seen played a couple of times in which the key items are shuffled just to key item locations. That is not what we're doing today. And by the way, it looks like we are ready to go. So the runners are already off and going. Every item can be scattered to any location in the overworld. So key item locations, most of the TM locations, most of the sitting item locations. We've eliminated a couple of things like daily checks, time-based checks, happiness checks, but otherwise, it's going to be just absolute chaos to find everything. Oh, that is so rude.
That is the rude... Well, you got your rudeness in there.
Yeah, so to anybody who's not aware, the Pokedex is the worst item you can see, especially if you can't save scum it away, because, first off, every time you catch or obtain a Pokemon, it's going to give you the Dex information now, which takes a while.
This is actually advantageous if you think about it, because they have the whole seed with the Pokedex, and they can just be... They can just get used to it.
Can we talk about these starters real fast? Holy cow!
Those are not bad starters. Scizor would be my choice. Kangaskhan is not a bad choice either. Ninetales is a trap.
Ninetales is more of a trap, but it's not necessarily a complete trap. Early game, it's kind of dangerous, but it does have a fairly high special. The Scizor is based at total 500, I think 130 attack, but at the cost of like 55 speed. But it's got a great type. Bug Steel is such a good typing defensively that it's probably going to be safe from anything this early game can throw at it. The Kangaskhan is also physically strong, and its normal type means that if they had a strong normal type move, such as Strength or Headbutt, then it would have stab off of that. They're not likely to find those, although they might, but they can force Headbutt by Goldenrod if the pathing allows for it.
And if they don't find anything else to main between them.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Both of these runners are probably going to be okay-ish with their mons. I haven't seen any movesets yet, but... there's always a chance that you can find something better. Scizor is pretty strong, Kangaskhan's pretty strong. They're not the strongest Pokemon you can find in the game. If I had the choice between something like a Scizor and something like an Ursaring, or a Typhlosion, I take the Typhlosion.
Yeah, the Typhlosion is tempting, but it's also level 3. I would move on.
Personally. The Scizor has
Mega Horn from Scizor.
The Scizor,
I like that.
Stab Mega Horn. That might be
Mega Horn, Stab Mega Claw as well.
And Sludge Bomb. That's actually a really good physical moveset.
Yeah, that Scizor's... If it wasn't female, it would be fantastic.
Odds found the card key as well.
So just a little bit more info. Gender is determined by attack DVs, and for physical attackers, a male will be higher DVs. So generally for physical attackers, you want male Pokemon.
Yeah, it's weird. When they created Gen 2 and added the concept of gender, they needed something that existed in Gen 1 to tie it to, because you could port Gen 1 Pokemon forward. The fact that they chose to make it so that the lower level strength DVs determine female and higher determine male is a bit of a weird choice that I'm going to Oh my god, this is Rock Smash.
Oh my god, it has Hyper Beam too. That's insane.
It does. Its moveset is amazing. It's mega. I mean, you teach Rock Smash, obviously. That's a huge advantage. We'll talk about why in a second. But its moveset is amazing. Sludge Bomb, Mega Horn, Hyper Beam. Like, it's a great physical moveset. Whereas the Type Legend moveset is not very good at all.
Yeah, it's all physical.
So the reason that Rock Smash is so important is because Rock Smash is technically an item here that locks checks in this mode. It only locks a couple, and it's logically locked behind the Squirt Bottle, at which point you can buy Rock Smash from the mart. Having found Rock Smash means that he can do those checks, and oddlay just can't. Until he
found a Scizor. Oddlay found a Scizor.
He found a Scizor, but he'd have to catch it, and then you have to run it. And he chose the Kangaskhan, so I don't know if he would run the Scizor after choosing the Kangaskhan. Well, actually...
If he sees the moveset, he might.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
But it doesn't look like he's going to.
No, it doesn't look like it. That is not necessarily a big advantage, but it has the potential to be a big advantage. If Woongi does a save check for these Rock Smash moves, which I imagine he will, he taught Rock Smash, and something here is good, like if he manages to find HMO2 here somehow, that would be stunningly good for him compared to oddlay. So Datlos, there was 3 starters. There was Kangaskhan, Scizor, and Ninetales. Woongi chose the Scizor, oddlay chose the Kangaskhan.
Oh, teaching Tail Whip. That's interesting.
That might have just been mashing too fast.
Might have been. I don't know what he replaced.
I don't either.
Oh, Hive Badge.
Hive Badge. That is half of cut. That's important. It's also the first of 7 badges they need to activate Rocket Tower, which is an event that causes the rockets to take over the radio tower in Goldenrod City. You want that because there's a bunch of items there, and it also unlocks Claire's gym. Oh, something we forgot to mention. Woongi also has one other opportunity here as well. Rock Smash has a chance to spawn a Pokemon, and it's a Beedrill. Okay, so the Pokemon from Rock Smash is level 15. There's technically 2. There's a 90% and a 10%. It looks like he sees this Beedrill, and he's not super in love with it, but he's gonna try and catch it anyways.
No, I don't see how he's gonna get it.
Well, Odd just found the Boulder Badge.
Oh, wow. That's huge. I'm assuming he picked up the Hive Badge as well, since it's right there.
I imagine he must have. Woongi has decided that those item checks, not worth it, he's just gonna keep moving on. He just wanted to.
I'm a little surprised he didn't go dark cave checks with the rock smash.
He might have wanted to keep logic consistently if he's not feeling confident about that, but he's Woongi. He would know that. So I think honestly, what he is doing.
He didn't have escape ropes. That's why.
Oh yeah, that would do it. Yeah, if you find something in the cave, the fastest way out is to escape rope. If you find something in Route 46, the fastest way out is to not keep the item on Route 46. But if you're going to keep the item, then it's to just go through the routes again earlier. But now you have to fight Rival 1, and it's really slow. So, oddlay is checking the ruins of Alf Cave. So far, he's found a couple of money items and the
Squirt Bottle.
Okay, so the fact that oddlay has found that first is big. Woongi is already climbing up Sprout Tower, which means he's going to be doing this for a while with a level 7. Oddlay has made what I personally think is the correct decision to check that cave first, specifically because if Squirt Bottle is in there, he can turn and go straight for the Sudowoodo. The Sudowoodo is level 20.
Yeah, I agree. I usually do that play too. I'm a little surprised when he didn't.
Is it good? Let's hope it's good. Oh my god! Okay, well he catches this, obviously.
Yes, it's an improvement no matter what. Unless it only has self-destruct. No, it should have... the Skull Bash was his 4th move. It should have it.
It doesn't even matter what its moveset is. He's just going with it. But let's see if it's learned anything interesting. He's not going to check.
He's not checking.
So
Yes.
Oddlay now has a bunch of options open to him. It looks like he's heading up to Ekritique first. There's an item in this house, and if you stop by the Pokemon Center, you can watch a quick cutscene with Bill, and then when you make it to Goldenrod, you can get another level 20. Meanwhile, Woongi is struggling in Sprout Tower, evidenced by the fact that he's already had to pull out the Typhlosion that he caught. Yep, so Oddlay is going ahead and activating the Bill cutscene. It doesn't take very long with our instant text here that we've got in the Speed Choice mod. So when he swings by Goldenrod, he'll be able to pick up another level 20 just in case that Kangaskhan isn't what he wants. He's not going to check the Mount Mortar checks. I like to save scum those away just because they're quick and easy to check with the repel strats.
There's the Pokegear.
Yep. Woongi has found the Pokegear. That's a good item to have. It is necessary to beat the game. You have to find all 3 parts of the Pokegear along with all 16 badges and some form of Kanto access. However, it doesn't help him right now. So, it's good he has it, but Oddlay has the big advantage given everything so far.
Yeah, I agree. He's got a lot more options, and the scissor getting burned is not good. Oh my god,
And
he's
stab
facing
fire
too much
blast.
fire stuff.
So, Sizzler's typing is Bug Steel. Bug Steel is an amazing typing because it is hit at best by neutral by every single type in the game except fire, where it is 4 times.
Now Woongi will probably be going into the escape rope chamber.
Yeah, no, this is actually a blessing in disguise for him because I don't want to say that he was just losing time doing Sprout Tower, but he was kind of losing time, especially if he's not one-shotting everything, because he can go back there with a level 20 and just blitz through literally everything.
And Oddlay's getting all the key items right now.
Yep, I saw Rainbow Wing. I didn't see if there was a third one.
There was not. I did not see it.
Okay. Yep, so Woongi's gonna find his squirt bottle. He's gonna probably immediately feel like he's behind, because he is. A lot of runners opt to do this check first before doing Sprout Tower, specifically because of the fact that Squirt Bottle could be here.
It's unfortunate that Scizor got just mauled.
It is, but at the same time, it got him out of there and to the Squirt Bottle faster, so it might be a good thing. Yep, Woongi is now moving into his Sudowoodo. He's going to see it's a Kangaskhan. He's probably going to feel actually pretty good about his starter choice because it learned Rock Smash. But I imagine he would probably think Oddlay also chose the Scizor. And also
So there was a wild Scizor. The Kangaskhan is the Sudowoodo is a Kangaskhan. We need to find a Ninetales somewhere.
Yeah, was Ninetales the objective?
Yes, Aeroblast.
It has what?
Yes, Aeroblast.
Oh dear. Okay, so Aeroblast is not the best flying type move you can get in this game, but it's one of them. It is very strong, high critical hit rate, and it is
Its
physical.
weakness is that it has low PP. Other than that,
Yeah,
it
and
doesn't
it's
really have a sweet
95%
weakness.
accurate. It's also only 95% accurate, which some people think is a problem.
Not me.
I didn't say it was. I said some people think it is. Given the choice between Aeroblast and Drill Peck, you take Drill Peck, obviously.
Oh yes,
Okay,
yes.
Given the choice between Aeroblast
Consistency is
and
everything.
you take Aeroblast. Alright, I'm interested to see if Woongi's going to save scum away the Mount Mortar items. That's a check. That's a series of checks I like to do, but it's only 3 items and it does take a little bit of time. I just feel like if there's something there because nobody else does it, that it's a nice advantage to have. I don't think he feels so far behind, though, that he needs to start making, like, crazy, unoptimal plays. He's just going to turn around and head back, and he's going to make for Goldenrod as well.
Nice. Glacier badge for Oddlay.
Thank you.
So what was I gonna say? Oh,
Was it about the...
I'm forgetting everything I'm trying to say. I'm sorry.
So, Oddlay has chosen to save before going to the bike shop and then resetting. That's good for a couple of reasons. First off, it takes a little bit of time to get there, so it's about time neutral just in terms of leaving. But also, it saves you a cutscene that you don't have to get later when you receive a call from the bike shop owner.
Okay, so now I remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna talk about how doing Goldenrod backwards has its pros. Obviously, you get a lot of checks, but the big con, in my opinion, is it's possible you just don't have enough money for all the TNs and stuff.
Yeah, it definitely, like, if you're going to do that, knowing where some of the hidden items are and grabbing them is not a bad idea. Because the hidden items are also randomized, it's just that key items can't be randomized to a hidden item. So if you can grab the hidden item... Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, did they agree to haircuts before the race?
They must have. Yeah, so if you look up Fog Badge... If you grab some of the hidden items on your way through, you can try and make up that money deficit, but it's just a lot of items that you're not going to have for selling purposes. The other thing that's a little bit rough about it is that you have basically a fresh level 20. So does Whitney. So if you want to try and do the gym, it's a little bit tricky. It's a lot easier if you're going to come back later and do it, but there's no guarantee that you'll be coming back before Rocket Tower, and you might need something that's there already. So...
Yeah, generally I think of Whitney as skippable until I have a better Pokemon.
So oddlay is doing the sort of what's kind of the slower but money route optimal basement path, where he's going into the basement of the mart first, grabbing the items, and then he has more to sell if they are money items. This is good for him because, again, he needs the money, but the most optimal way to do it is actually to end here and then escape rope out. So he's just taking that little bit of time loss, just a little bit, like 10 seconds, in order to have more money, which I think is the correct decision here. Meanwhile, Woongi is setting up his save resets. He's also potentially going to save reset the Rocket Tower, except we know there's a badge here, so he's not going to be doing that. We're going to take a look at the TMs here in the mart. There's 3 of them, plus 3 more show up depending on checks you've got. He'll be able to buy Rock Smash, but we see Special Attack, drops rocks on the enemies, and an attack that also hurts the user. So drops rocks on the enemies, I think is Rock Throw, but if it's Rock Slide, that's a very good rock attack.
Yeah, Body Slam is a good one.
I don't think Body Slam is one of the Mart TMs.
Was that one? I don't know.
They Paralyze. I think they found it. Yeah, so the TM they found was Rock Throw, which is not a bad rock move, but it's not Rock Slide.
Yeah, Rock Throw. You might do it for coverage, considering the Kangaskhan is lacking moves right now. You probably should do it for coverage, but you'll get replaced that soon.
Snowbar's right. Rock Slide has a chance to flinch. Yeah, it can only be Rock Throw. You're correct. Thank you, Snowbear. Yeah, no, Slide is also super good, but not 100% accurate. So
Oddlay is going for Whitney. Did he heal up after? Oh, never mind. There he goes.
He PP'd up his Aeroblast. That's a good move. So Mel, I got a question for you while we're watching them get this set up. There is. I've seen a bunch of people that I've talked with about this have sort of very split opinions about running attack-based Pokemon. A lot of people hate to do it. A lot of people think it's the better option, as opposed to running a special attacker. What do you think?
I think you run whatever you can run. You don't worry about whether it's attack or special until really it's beggars and choosers, because you sometimes don't have a choice. So what? I don't even. It just depends on the ROM. What you get, what moves it gets. You can't pigeonhole yourself into just using special Pokemon if you want to be fast.
Okay, I mean, you're correct. Everything you just said was... Oh, that's rude. Everything you just said was right. Now pretend that you have the option of doing one or the other, and they're both equally good. Which one do you take?
Probably the special one, yeah. Because special is just... It is superior, because you just get moves for it more easily. Surf is fantastic. It's better than Strength. It's better than Strength. So, there's just better options for special.
Yeah, fair enough. Woongi check...
And it's harder to power up special defense.
Yeah, you're right there. So, quick aside before we get back to this. Woongi checked the Eevee. It is a Magneton with Ice Beam, Headbutt, and Aeroblast.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he's running it. At least for the moment, he's running it.
Oh, it has vice grip too. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I don't know how good of an attack it has. Like physical attack.
Yeah, Magneton is one of the very few Pokemon in this game that is not legendary, that does not have a gender. So we have no idea what its attack stat might be. This Magby is giving Oddlay trouble. Remember how I mentioned that that Whitney also has a level 20? Yeah, Whitney also has a level 20. It looks like
when a Magby gives you trouble. I think that Mewtwo really hurt.
Yeah, the Mewtwo was very rude. However, remember how they got the Pokedex? I don't know if any of them are going to stop and check it just because it's not a fast thing to do. But if they want to look up the location of a Mewtwo and hope that it might be like in Victory Road or on Cycling Road or something, that is an option they have.
Whitney is unfortunately not anything. That's
no, the
free sweet scent.
Yeah, to put it this way, the most useful thing Whitney gave here was information on Mewtwo. And that's not very useful. I mean, the Sweet Scent TM is not...
We have the Pokedex!
Yeah, no, like I said, you can totally...
Oddlay runs into an optional there.
KO, Body Slam does not have recoil, it has a chance to paralyze. You're thinking of Takedown. But yeah, no, like, they can definitely look up where that Mewtwo is if they want to try and run a Mewtwo, but it, A, takes a lot of time to look through because the Pokedex is slow. B,
That's true.
Mewtwo may not be in a location in which it is remotely runnable. It might be only in, like, level 4 and 5 locations in Kanto. And C, Mewtwo is a very strong Pokemon, but it's also in the slower level up group. So that might be something that they're keeping in mind as well. I'm not saying it's a good reason, I'm just saying it's a reason that they might be thinking of. Otis found the Zephyr badge.
Lots of badges, but no HMs. This is actually a little alarming.
Yeah, it's interesting. I kind of like this seed, though, for that. Woongi is now going up against the Mewtwo. This should be interesting.
Oh, nice freeze.
Oh, the freeze is very good. He absolutely, like, that is going to help him out a lot. Because, for anybody who doesn't know, Mewtwo is, like, got the strongest of the base special attacks specifically in the game. I want to say it's 154. I don't know if that's right, but I want to say that's what it is. It's very high.
Oh, there goes the free Rock Smash TM.
Yeah, but they already can buy Rock Smash TMs.
Yeah, they did. So if they went the other way, they could have gotten it, saved some money.
Yeah, but I still think this way is better. Doing reverse lower Johto is a very useful technique because, first off, you front load all of the checks in Goldenrod, and there's a lot of them. But also, as you work your way through, you make your way to Azalea and then back to Violet City with like a level 25, and that can just stomp through every single fight in this area. Oddlay is going to have absolutely no problems making his way through the Slowpoke Well, Bugsy's Gym, and the Rifle.
Yes, there's a reason Mewtwo is pretty much in a category of its own when it comes to running this game.
Yep, and there are a lot of people who think that running it is a terrible, terrible, terrible cheat. And by a lot of people, I mean Snow. And by cheat, I mean he just doesn't do it. I actually don't know his motivations, but it's funny to me. Alright, it looks like Oddlay is committing the Body Slam. I think that's probably a solid call. It's a very strong stab move for right now in the game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And the other thing to keep in mind is that they have found the Squirt Bottle. The only thing that Oddlay would be changing up the Kangaskhan for at this point is if they find the pass early, they can make it to Kanto and get a strong main. Or, if they find the Clear Bell, he can do Morty and then go do the Suicune. He's not going to want to do that.
Oh, no, that's rough, because you have to fight 3 trainers with 6 total level 30 plus Pokemon. That's rough.
Yeah, like, it's hard. The Suicune is not easy. You can also try and force the Entei or the Raikou. That is also an option. It's not terribly difficult if you know how to do it.
Yes. If they can somehow find Waterfall. the pieces of waterfall, you can always go to the back of Mount Mortar too, but
That is also an option.
that's a long shot.
Yeah. So, odds are good. He's going to be holding on to this Kangaskhan for at least a little bit of time, just because the location the pass could be has dramatically opened up. So, it's very likely that he's going to find the pass a lot later than, say, here. Like, it's more likely now that the pass is in North Johto than it is on Bugsy. Not guaranteed, just more likely.
I don't believe he did. We might have mishit a button on the tracker.
Yeah, I think
I apologize for the confusion.
Yeah,
you didn't see him get HMO6, did you?
No, I did not. Yeah, sorry, we have no dedicated tracker. The two of us are trying to comm and track at the same time, and it's just a little bit tricky. So, if we make some mistakes, please just bear with us. We promise we're not doing it on purpose.
Don't mind the tracker behind the curtain.
Yeah, exactly. Body Slam is going to be doing serious work for this Kangaskhan because it is a very strong, physical, normal type move, which means it is like... What's the standard Body Slam base power? Is it 80?
80.
So it's a base 120 move on the Kangaskhan because of stab.
Oh, oddlay. Oh yeah, I guess he has to. Right, because he has to get the charcoal.
Yep, he's got to get the charcoal check. That Lugia is rude. It's none of these are going to be hard because they're level like 12 to 16. It's just rude.
Yeah, it's not going to get one shot very easily.
If it's 85, then it's a base power of 127. So, like, it's a strong move.
Oh, it's 85. That's even better.
I'm a big fan of this rock slide being put onto the Kangaskhan, just because it is it's a Mart TM and its coverage. So if for some reason some weird situation shows up in which he needs another rock throw TM, I don't imagine it would, but I guess it could. He can just go buy one. So I like
to be pretty desperate for that.
Yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is you can be a lot more frivolous with your Mart TMs than you can with, like, okay, I have
one-time only TMs, yeah.
I have an Earthquake TM. Do I teach it right now to the Kangaskhan and commit to the Kangaskhan, or do I wait and see if the pass shows up and I can find a level 39 Tauros in the Vermilion Waters here in 25 minutes?
Yeah, I would disagree on the submission TM just because submission's terrible. It's just terrible. It's strong. Doesn't it miss? It's like 80 hit or something like that? Or am I confusing it with takedown? I think it's 80-80.
I'm honestly not sure, to be honest with you. My knowledge of attacks tend to skew more towards the special side than the physical.
No, Garfield does make a good point. He can't really hit rocks and steels at the moment.
Explosion!
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's a good thing to teach, just for safety later on.
He was thinking about it.
I still hate submission though, and he'd have to teach over explosion.
Explosion is the strongest move in the game. Because I think... Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. Explosion is base power 200.
Something like that. 200, 250, something like that.
It's 200. Then you get stab because it's a Kangaskhan and it's a normal type move, so it's base power 300. And then something that a lot of people don't know about the explosion and self-destruct moves is that when they apply damage as if your opponent has half of its defense. So it's a base power 600 move, I think is how the math works. Oh, it's a base power. It's a ridiculous amount of power, and then it deals damage as if your opponent has half defenses. So, explosion is enough to take out anything in the game, and having it in your back pocket is good as long as you trust yourself to not accidentally use it. PRM, I'm hoping for somebody to do that one day. I've never seen it. I almost did it myself, but You have to get to red with the Kangaskhan, and there's a good chance he's going to be swapping this Kangaskhan for something else. It depends on what shows up. He's going to have a shot at the level 50. There's a decent chance he's going to have a shot at a level 60. And if the pass shows up soon, there are some people who are like, I don't need to upgrade. I've got a level 27. But if you also have Surf and you can get like a level 39, there's no reason not to take the 39.
Oddlay, did he get the super rod? Oh, interesting that he's actually going for something. Considering his Kangaskhan is very, very runnable.
Yeah, I didn't even notice he got the good rod. Wow. And their strength. Okay, well that Kangaskhan is going to truck. So for anybody who's not aware, strength is an HM move that is base power 80. It is normal type.
You don't teach that to the Kangaskhan though, because you already have body slam. Oh, there's plane badge.
Okay, well, you now have strength access. So this Union Cave is interesting because it's got both parts of strength in it.
See, now I'm even more of a fan of the go the correct normal way, because then you would have had the plane badge check once you get to goldenrod. Now you have to go back.
There's no way to know that though. So
this is true. There's no way to know it.
You can sort of do it with the anticipation that it might be a thing, but honestly, I think the advantages of doing reverse lower Johto are so much that even having to go back to goldenrod, not a big deal.
Yeah, but the more they go through this, the more it feels like Storm Badge is going to be up in the Northern Johto, and that's kind of nasty.
Quite possibly. I mean, if the pass shows up, both parts could be in Kanto. That's also an option. There's the Silver Wing. All right, so remember how I mentioned they've got a chance at 60?
Did the Slowpoke Tail guy not stop Oddlay?
So the Slowpoke Tail guy goes away once you do the Slowpoke Well. So he went ahead and did Slowpoke Well, and he despawned. Meanwhile, Oddlay trying to get the Zephyr Badge check before doing the gym. You can't do that. You have to get the egg, and before that guy will give you the Miracle Seed check. So. Woongi is finding his strength. Not as useful for him, because he's still, I think, using that Magneton. I'm doing my best to keep an eye on both of them, but there's so much going on.
His Magneton has Headbutt, so he could teach it to get a bit of a power boost.
So he could.
He could, but I don't think he will.
The problem with that is that Magneton's base attack is 60. Its base special attack is 120. He's basically rocking just with the Ice Beam right now, which is rough for him. It doesn't matter because he's so overleveled for the Pokemon here, and also, depending on who you ask, that physical special split doesn't really start taking into account until like level 15 or 20. But he's fishing for something. He wants to get rid of this Magneton. So if a pass shows up for Woongi, that'd be really big, because it would mean that he can go ahead and he can get he can go look for another main in Kanto, which I think is probably what he wants to do. So Falcon, there are, I believe, no, that's surfing slots. I was gonna say 3, but I'm actually not sure.
It depends on which rod you're using.
Yeah.
4, I believe, for the old rod, and for the others, I think it might be 3 or 4. I don't know exactly. And Snowbear clarifying that Slowpoke Tail guy only appears when you've beaten Faulkner.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I know he goes away. I could have sworn he goes away after the Slowpoke Well. That's my mistake. So now Oddlay is back to Violet City. He's dropping off the Kenya. And let's see if he's... Yeah, okay, so he is now going to save, and he's probably going to be doing the Rock Smash checks that Woongi decided to skip. So these are the checks that Woongi could have had a lot earlier and decided he wasn't interested. It's going to be interesting.
They're still not in logic, though.
They're not in logic, no. But these runners are good enough that I would imagine that they can keep that in mind and route around whatever logic may or may not show up. There might not be anything here. Oddlay has had this lead ever since basically the start of the game, and the reason for that is specifically because he didn't go up Sprout Tower. However, they're kind of normalizing a little bit at this point. Oddlay, I still think, has an advantage because he's going to be able to do Sprout Tower faster than Woongi did, and he's only going to have to climb it once. But...
well, Woongi's already gone up part of Sprout Tower, so... that's
yeah. Like, it's not a huge advantage, but I still think it's a slight advantage. We'll have to see what happens when the timing comes out. There's also a chance Woongi doesn't check these items here in Dark Cave, and if there's nothing here, then, you know, that's an advantage Woongi. So far, Oddlay hasn't found anything interesting yet, though, so... oh, I mean, he found something interesting.
There's always the Route 46 check, too.
Yeah. He found an elixir. I mean, those are good to have. And there's a TM. It's always nice to check the... yeah, so he's saving here. He's going to go check the Route 46 item, and then he's going to reset if it's not good and escape rope out, which only costs him a little bit of time over the thing. So is he going to check the TM? Nope, he's not even going to check the TM. So he's going to reset, be back in the cave, and now he can escape rope back out without having to go all the way through Cherry Grove and do Rival 1. It's it's a thing.
It is a free heal, but it's also a battle, which takes time.
Yep. So Woongi has defeated Faulkner. He is going to be healing his Pokemon, probably grabbing, and if he's me, boxing the egg, but I don't know if he's going to do that part.
He can do that whenever, as long as it doesn't hatch.
Yeah. And then at this point, I would probably save reset a trip to Goldenrod, like after he does the Dark Cave stuff. I would save reset a trip to Goldenrod because he can check the Kenya guard, he can check the Plain Batch check, and if there's not anything in those, he can reset and just go straight to Northern Johto.
Woongi is not checking the Dark Cave. That's a good move from him.
Yeah, that is going to save him a little bit of time. So at this point, he's actually, as long as he decides not to go back to Dark Cave after this, he's actually going to slingshot ahead of Oddlay just because he's not going to have to go through these battles. Yeah, he'll make it back to Dark Cave eventually, just not at the moment, I would imagine. I'm not sure if he's trying to just avoid logic breaking, or if he's not confident in his movement, or something else. I don't know what it is, but he's decided that Dark Cave is just not for him, not right now, and in this seat, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's not in logic, so it makes sense. However, it is a chance to get a little ahead if it is something, but we know that it's not, so... He'll have to check it later, though.
Yeah, the other thing it might be is it might be something in the back of his mind that he starts thinking, oh dear, I probably should have done this, and he'll actually come back and do an unoptimal check of it because he's worried about it. And that costs him more time than he saves. So, if he's going to commit to skipping Dark Cave, which I think he should, he's already turned in Kenya Dirts. If he commits to doing Dark Cave, to not doing Dark Cave, which I think he should, then he should commit to not doing Dark Cave until it's in logic or he's out of checks.
Yeah, I agree. Speaking of which, they're tied! They are running neck and neck now. All because Woongi did not check Dark Cave.
Yeah, that little bit of time that Woongi lost going up half of Sprout Tower before checking the Ruins of Alph check has basically completely evaporated between good play to get him back here. Oh dear. Between good play to get him back here and Oddlay checking Dark Tower. They're neck and neck. Meanwhile, though...
That's nasty, because Clearbell is now in logic.
Yeah.
Power.
Clearbell is interesting because Clearbell means that someplace that they can go is they can go to Tin Tower. Remember how I mentioned there's the Suicune that they could move to? Yeah, If they want to do Burn Tower, Morty, and then the Sages before Tin Tower, they can go get the Suicune right now. The trick with that is, first off, there's a bunch of Pokemon in their 30s you have to beat to defeat the Sages. Also, you have to do Morty, which a lot of runners will tell you they don't like doing.
Well, they have card key. They have card key. They'll need to get one more badge, but they can skip Morty.
They can at the cost of doing Rocket Tower, which is also not an easy series of fights. Like, Morty is slow for two checks.
Rocket Tower opens a lot of stuff.
It opens potentially a lot of stuff. In the context of where they are right now, it opens 5 checks.
I'm gonna be honest, I do Morty anyway, simply because it's 2 item checks. But I would probably do it after checking everything else in North Johto.
I would probably do it now, to be honest with you.
There are still a few checks because Mount Mortar opened up with the strength HM. And that's a lot of items.
It is a lot of items. The thing to remember, though, is that Tin Tower is, well, right now it's 11. But normally it's 15 checks and 2 cracks at level 4.
I don't think either of them want to do Tin Tower right now because of the Sages.
Getting to it would be rough, but if they can beat the Sages, they get 2 cracks at level 40s. There's the Suicune and the Ho-Oh. The Ho-Oh has been de-leveled in order to show up before the Elite Four.
The biggest problem, of course, with the Sages is that it's 6 Pokemon consecutively, and you can't save in between.
Yeah, but
that's gonna give anyone pause.
Yeah, but
especially when you're 6 levels under everything.
Agreed, but if you white out and warp back to the Mart here, which they can do because I think this is actually where their Mart. No, it's not. It's in Violet because they had to pick up the egg. But if they pop their head back into Mart and they white out, they save the progress from which stages they've defeated. I'm not saying it's a good strategy. I'm just saying it is a strategy if you wanted to try and force it.
I don't know. I would actually concentrate on getting you Fly first, too. It's just faster.
Yeah, it is, but at the same time, though, there's a chance that Fly is in
Tin Tower, yeah.
Or if you wanted to be really rude, the Pass is in Tin Tower and the Fly is in Kanto. That is also entirely possible.
Yes, speaking of which, Kimonos is, not technically required.
Kimonos is effectively required.
It's an advantage, but unfortunately Fly is not required in any way. But why would you not want it?
Fly is not required, but the level that the runners are at to be at this point in the tournament, Fly is effectively required.
Yes, especially if it's available this early, you're probably going to lose if you don't get it.
If you don't have Fly and your opponent does, you lose. Like, I feel like that's probably a little bit of an overreaction, but not too much of one. Oddlay is going to have to do Kimonos before he leaves, and there's a chance that he might. He's already doing Morty. At that point, you may as well do Kimonos, just wrap the whole thing up. But I think Woongi did Kimonos... Oh, hold up. Shh. Okay, let's see if we can hear the roamers. Okay, he's checking the strength check first. I think he was doing it for the levels, because his Magneton is not very good. But okay, let's listen to the roamers. He's saving to do the manip. That was... I don't know. I don't have a clue, and sorry. I can recognize 2 Pokemon cries, and that was not either of them.
The Nidoking might be okay. The Mankey, actually. The Mankey is... I do like Primate. And one with 20 levels above you, 15 levels above you? That sounds good to me.
Thank God that the chat knows what they're talking about, because I don't.
Oh!
That was
fast. Got the Nidoking.
That was fast. Okay, I think you catch this and you check it, obviously.
Good job, oddlay. Good luck, oddlay. Jesus.
Yep, forcing one of the roamers to show up is not incredibly difficult, but it is good if you can do it.
That is not great.
No, it's not, but it does have strength.
Yeah, I'd still run it. I would have actually kept my script there. The other moves were bad.
Yeah. So Nidoking does have a higher attack than special attack. It's a base 92 attack, base 85 special attack. But they're very close. So yeah, you probably would have wanted to hold on to it.
I'm switching to Woongi's audio because he's about to
Yep.
get hit.
Just to confirm.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
That came from me. That was my computer reminding me that I needed to go and do this commentation thing that I set up.
Oh! Good on the computer.
Yeah, well, I wish it was quieter. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's no big deal.
I still don't have like a proper setup for streaming and
Oh, everything's fine. You should see my setup. Oh wait, no one's ever gonna see it because no one watches my stream.
Garfield has a good point. The fact that the Shelter is the Suicune probably means they won't be rushing to it for a switch, but they still might very well be going there just because, again, it is 11 items and there's still the Ho-Oh as well. Woongi is doing the exact same thing that that oddlay did, but on a different route.
Oh, he got it right away.
God, that's so fast.
And it's the Nidoking again. The Mankey is hiding.
So the best Ho-Oh encounter is literally just anything that you want to run that has a good moveset. Mewtwo obviously would be the best because Mewtwo's stats are stupid. But I mean, if the Mewtwo is something like an Ursaring, I would run the Ursaring.
Oh boy, this is a problem for Woongi. He might not be able to catch this.
Yeah, to anybody who's not aware, we've modified the catch chance of every Pokemon in the game so that everything has the same catch level as a Pidgey, which means that if you just huck a ball at something from full health, it has a 1 in 3 chance to get in.
From this health, it's about 1/2. Oh, he got it.
Oh, okay.
Last ball.
He managed
Nice.
to get it.
That was drama.
That was high drama, but he got it, so... So at this point, if I was them, having already found Strength as a move, and they even have Fly as a move if they want to teach that, I wouldn't, but they could. At this point, I would be keeping a very close lookout for TMs that would be useful to go ahead and swap over onto the Nidoking. So things like Sludge Bomb, Earthquake, Drill Peck,
That's interesting.
physical attacks.
Woongi decided to teach over Feint Attack instead of Curse.
I can kind of see that. So at this point, oddlay has defeated Morty. I didn't see if Morty was a scam or not. oddlay has poked his head into the Pokemon Center, specifically so if he whites out, he can save his progress, like I mentioned. He's picking up those revives, he's going to 10 Tower. And with the Nidoking at level 40, he's got a much better chance than if he just went in there with his level 28.
He's realizing he didn't do Morty.
Yeah. It's an easy mistake to make. So at this point, oddlay is basically ahead an entire gym. In the grand
Except he's behind HMO too.
Yes, that is true. He's ahead of Jim, he's behind a Kimono Girls. In the grand scheme of things, that's actually probably an advantage of Woongi because of HMO2. But that's not an advantage that will materialize until the Storm Bat show. Interestingly, that actually means that what oddlay really wants to find is the SS ticket, as opposed to the pass. Because if he finds the pass, it's going to open up all of Kanto for Fly to be in, and if he skips Kimono Girls, he's not coming back here for a while. Fly was on Kimono Girls.
Though I still argue Morty Morty didn't have anything, right? So technically he's still a scam because card key is available. And all you have to do is find another badge.
I don't know if I agree with that. When Morty opens up 13 checks that you can do and 2 level 40s, you do Morty.
Still technically a scam. That's where I said. Right, technically. I said that right. By the way, if you didn't, I forgot to point out earlier, while Woongi was fighting the rival, I did see Ninetales had Fire Punch. So that actually would have been a very good choice in the beginning. It was one of the starter picks. So and if it has Fire Punch, then at level 22, was it? It would have had it no matter what level.
Yeah, that's true.
It learns nothing.
Yeah, it's a stone evolution. So that's probably why they didn't take it, actually, because it didn't get any level up moves. But they found a Scizor on the route. The Sudowoodo was the Kangaskhan. I love how the Ninetales is proving to be, like, an actually, like, in hindsight, a good option. That's just funny to me.
Well, we had early Squirt Bottle, so technically you would have replaced it anyway.
Oh yeah, no, you would have absolutely replaced it anyways, but, you know, it's funny to me. So
I did realize, you know what I just realized? It would have would it have fought the Scizor?
No, it would
have fought the Kangaskhan, huh? Darn. That would Fire Punch on the Scizor? That would be nice.
I love how they caught the Nidoking, and yet it was still somehow here in the tower. Alright, so oddlay is going ahead and taking up the the Shelter. We're a little early for a Shellos to be showing up.
This is useless, it's fine.
He's gonna catch it anyways, just in case. Stab Surf on a Cloyster is actually not...
Wow, that Pokeball luck.
Yeah, well, like we said, 1 in 3. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Cloysters excels in defense rather than attack, but another level 40 doesn't hurt. He's not even going to check the moveset, though. He's going to go straight into the tower. So there's 11 checks in this tower, and additionally, there is also a Ho-Oh at the top, which has been randomized to something else. It's normally level 60 and only shows up after you beat the league, but we have de-leveled Ho-Oh, so it is now level 40, more on par with the Suicune, but is here without doing the Elite Four.
So Woongi doesn't have the option of catching the Shelter, so he's going to kill it.
Yeah, he's out of Pokeballs. Actually, that's dangerous to be out of Pokeballs going up there, because he may know it's a Shelter, but he also definitely doesn't know what the Ho-Oh is, because there's no way to get there. So
that might be a problem. He might get a Pokeball on the way.
Yeah, he might. He might have also just straight up forgotten that it was a thing that he could do.
There's an Ultra Ball right there.
That's still going to be risky.
An expansion card.
So that is part 2 of 3 of the Pokegear parts that you need in order to wake up the Snorlax. I love how we're just slingshotting from high level to high level at this point. If they find Kanto access and the radio card as well, they can just go wake up the level 50 and see if it's any good.
Yeah, at this point, it's more of a case of what are they going to settle on? Because right now, well, Nidoking's not the greatest option. No. It's got a level advantage right now, but it's really not the greatest option.
Now, like I said earlier, Nidoking's base attack is 92. It's got 85 speed and 85 special, but like it's not particularly great defensively either. It's an average Pokemon. You can do better. And also, its typing is okay. Ground Poison is not the best.
But they might not even get the option to do better, because honestly, you can work with the Nidoking.
Yeah, no, you can make the Nidoking work, obviously, if nothing better shows up. But they're going to have a crack at the Ho-Oh, they're probably going to have a crack at the Lugia, and they're going to have a crack at the Snorlax. That's 3 Pokemon that could be better and more worthy of being run. Or not. We'll see.
Oh, Rainbow Badge. He didn't need to save scum those checks after all.
That's also badge number 7. So here's a fun little quirk of the logic. If the other checks in Northern Kanto don't have any badges, and if the other Johto checks don't have any badges, and the Kanto checks or in your Kanto access is in Rocket Tower, then Morty is required.
Morty is required, yes.
So oddlay is just finishing up Tin Tower here. He's gonna go check the Ho-Oh because you need to do it anyways in order to make the Ho-Oh chamber open up in the Ruins of Alph. And then he is hopefully going to go ahead and check the Kimono Girls, but we'll see. If you're pulling for oddlay, you really want to hope that he goes and does Kimono Girls after this.
Kimono Girls would be very cool. Ooh, a Typhlosion.
Ooh. Okay, so Typhlosion is a good special attacker. Yeah, that's good for oddlay. Woongi might actually struggle. He's only going to have one Pokeball to catch this thing.
Well, you can always save and reset, but yeah, that's going to be bad.
So Typhlosion is a very runnable Pokemon if it has a moveset. Let's see.
Crab Hammer, triple kick, jump kick.
I don't love it, but it's a lot easier in my
fine.
opinion.
What TMs does he have? It's fine if he has 1 or 2 TMs that can complement that.
Yeah, I haven't seen the TM set yet. But it's probably fine, to be honest with you, if he just doesn't go straight to Kanto. He's still gonna out-level everything over near Olivine and Mahogany. Like, if he does Rocket Underground, he's going to dramatically out-level those Pokemon, and Jump Kick would be more than sufficient. There's the Rising Badge. Okay, so remember that thing I said about Morty and no more badges? Yeah, never mind.
Where was the Rising Badge? I missed it. On the ground?
Yeah, it's the check just outside of Mount Mortar.
Yeah.
He got it, and then he immediately booked it for this crossroads with the Pseudo-Widow. And now he's stopped. I wonder if he's thinking to himself where he should be going next.
I wonder if his stream is frozen. Hold on.
That's also... no, it looks like he's still okay. Yeah, okay, so he is...
He's moving. Yeah.
Yeah, so... okay, I see what he's doing. He is... Oh, never mind. I thought he was going to go... Okay. I don't see what he's doing.
Yeah, I kind of had a spoiler. I did see what he was doing. You'll see.
Is he doing the key? Like, if he was doing Rocket
He's going
Tower,
back for a plain badge.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, if he's doing Rocket Tower, it doesn't make any sense to save there. Because that's like...
I think he's safe scumming it.
And a massive amount of progress. Yeah, to be honest with you, I think what I probably would have done is I would have save scummed the Rising Badge check if I was worried about the Rising Badge, and then done the Flower Shop check and the Rocket Tower if I was going to do Rocket Tower.
Most of his checks left are in North Johto right now. I don't think I'd even be tempted by Rising Badge here. Not here. Oh, you know what I just realized he can do? Even without Fly, he can just go through Ice Path.
He can do Kimono Girls.
Oh, he's going for it.
Alright, crisis averted. Oddlay is not quite out of this just yet. I mean, he wouldn't have been completely out of it.
We'll see if this equalizes them, because Woongi's almost done, but he might catch the Typhlosion. He's done Kimonos.
Let's see if he remembers to save here before this fight, because if he doesn't, he's going to get one shot at the Typhlosion. He does not.
He didn't. Wow.
He might be happy with the Nidoking, but he also might be regretting that when he sees the Typhlosion.
Well, the Typhlosion wasn't spectacular.
No, but the fact that it is a Typhlosion is still a big deal.
Oh, he can weaken him. He's got it.
Oh, he
thought Pokeballs.
I took your word for it when you said he didn't. Okay, never mind.
Oh, I didn't see it. It makes sense, though. It makes sense when you come in here and you have no Pokeballs to just buy some. Well, he got it real quick. So now Woongi is... Well, I wouldn't say he's ahead, but he's tied it. This is real back and forth.
Yeah, they're very close to each other. They keep swapping out, but it's not even like big swaps of one of them does Rocket Tower, one of them does Ice Path, and then they swap. It's like one of them does Kimono Girls, one of them does Item House, and then they swap. So like they're basically completely on each other's heels. And now Woongi is... I don't know if he's going to be save scumming away. if he's going to be just checking the plane badge or if he's going to be doing tower. But I don't think
I think he's doing the tower. There's no way he's coming here just for the plane badge.
Yeah, he didn't save, so I think he's probably just doing tower. And to be honest with you, I like that as a choice. You have a bunch of items that are pointing you towards the tower.
So now I think it's North Johto versus Rocket Tower.
Yeah, and oddlay can, and looks like he probably is, going to be doing Mortar into Ice Path into 45 and 46. And
I personally would have done the... Oh, there's Storm Badge!
Storm Badge. Okay, well...
oddlay has taken over the lead again.
Yeah, and pretty commandingly at this point, because if Woongi is going to go do the entirety of Rocket Tower, which he is, then he's not going to find that for a while. It's probably where he's going to be going next, unless he finds something just crazy egregious in the tower itself, like the pass. But it's just going to be a little bit of movement, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I think it'll probably be okay, but it depends on how quickly after he does tower does Woongi go and find that Storm Badge.
I personally would have liked to see the Ice Path play, but I guess he would have. Everyone would have run into that Storm Badge if you do the Ice Path play. You have to check Mortar.
Absolutely. And to be honest with you, I still think oddlay is probably going to be doing the Ice Path play, but he's going to go ahead and he's going to poke his head up to this item. He can't get to it this way.
Oh.
And he might even... oh, wait,
Yeah.
what?
No, you pay the fee and then you can go through. Oh, North Badge.
I forgot that you could pay them. I just mashed through that. Okay.
I honestly don't know if that's faster than just going around.
Yeah, I normally just go around. So at this point, he's teaching Fly, and he's going to go ahead, and I'm assuming he's going to fly back to Mahogany. And, yeah, he's swapping his moves around. That's still not going to put Fly on top. Yeah, there you go. I assume he's going to fly back to Mahogany, and then he's going to head on through Ice Path.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I guess he can't really check anything else over there.
Nope, need Surf.
Or cut. All the badges.
All the badges, which means that, like, it's a good advantage to him that he is finding these badges. However, the badges are in very common, very fast check locations, so it isn't even like it's a big advantage for oddlay to have found them right now, and Woongi's not going to find them for hours. Woongi will find them as soon as he makes this play, and he will probably make this play pretty quickly, because the amount of items through this path is just ridiculously high.
Oh, they have Giga Drain. They have a Giga Drain TM. That's a pretty good TM to teach Typhlosion.
I don't like Giga Drain. Honestly, I don't really think any of the grass moves are worth teaching.
Giga Drain is worth teaching for a few reasons. I know it's 5 PP, but A, it's 100 hit accuracy, which is always good. 60 damage is fine. It hits water types, which is the most important part. And it heals you. So if you use it right, you'll get so much out of it.
It's water type coverage, but I don't know. I don't like...
There's better. I'm not going to argue that. Oh, he taught it to Magnet. No wonder he's not using the Typhlosion. Okay. But Giga Drain is great if you need that extra move, and until you get like Thunderbolt or something.
I guess. I always feel like I can find a better move than that.
It's a stopgap measure. It's a stopgap measure. It's not terrible.
oddlay is deciding that he wants to keep that max revive and is going the long way around on this ice room. So he saved before he went over to that item, so he could have just reset and saved himself this trip, but he found a max revive and he's like, I'm going to keep that, so he walked around.
That's fair. I myself would have reset because I'm like that.
I don't know what I would have done. I would have done whatever. I probably would have reset without thinking about it.
HM01.
So there's your cut access, which is also going to be pretty dang good because there's a lot of cut lock checks. My favorite ones to do quickly are, well, not quickly because they take a while, but my favorite ones to do first are definitely the Lake of Rage cut checks. Especially,
Yes, it's 3 items.
Yeah, it's 3 items. But the thing is, if he finds HMO3 before doing that, he can actually go do the cut checks in Lake of Rage and then fly to the Lake of Rage to be at the front of the Lake of Rage and then surf in for the shiny.
Yeah, this play by oddlay has been fantastic for him. Woongi really needs something to be behind this, Basement Key, or Claire.
Yeah. Like, basically what he needs is he needs oddlay to have to do this later. Oddlay doesn't need to do it now, but there needs to be something here to incentivize oddlay to do it later.
Yeah.
Or this is all just a big waste of
It's
time.
very likely. Those are a lot of checks.
Yep,
And
although
right now, if he gets like Surf, Woongi
without
gets Surf.
HMO3, HMO6, or the basement key, though, it's only 5 checks to begin with.
They are 5 badges. Oddlay is 5 badges away, so there is a chance that he does not have to do Rocket Tower at all, and that it's the real scam, not Morty.
5 badges and a radio card and
Radio card.
and either the pass or the ticket.
7 items. Yeah. There's Secret Potion.
At least they found that before going up the
The lighthouse. Yeah. Well, you never know. You never know with the lighthouse. Sometimes it's more advantageous to get the Secret Potion later.
Well, oddlay has named his rival Woongi, which is kind of nice. I wonder if they had an
I'm
agreement
sure
with that as well.
They probably arranged that. Yeah. That and the haircut. Did we see Woongi do the haircut? I didn't see
Yes,
it.
we did.
Yeah, okay.
Oddlay was about to use his water stone to free up a slot, and then realized, wait a minute, no, I can't do that. I need it for the Ruins of Alph.
No, you can always give that to a Pokemon to hold.
Oh, and he gave it to the Shelter.
Which is very fitting. Considering Shelter needs a Water Stone to evolve.
Yeah, that's why I thought he was using it. There's the SS ticket.
Oh boy. That was in the radio tower?
Yes. So with both pieces of fly being in Johto, it was more likely but not guaranteed that you'd find the ticket before the pass, and the pass is in Kanto. Again, not a guarantee, but the logic meant that it was possible as opposed to not being possible. So Woongi now has his Kanto access, and if the pass is over in Kanto, then oddlay is going to have to do that, and no saying how long it's going to take him in order to get there. Did oddlay have a third HM?
He has 3. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right, sorry. Cut, fly, and strength. Ooh, that Pineco has Earthquake. That's mean.
Yeah, the weirdest thing about ground, in my opinion, is that it doesn't resist ground.
Yeah, I always, in my head, every type resists itself, and that is not true. Except for
It's
Ghost.
very much not true, no.
Except for
Flying
Ghost.
doesn't.
Normal doesn't.
Yeah, normal doesn't.
Ghost is weak to
In
itself.
fact, it's mostly the physical types that don't resist themselves.
Yep. Woongi has struck out at the Lake of Rage. So,
And of course, Dragon. Yeah, Dragon.
and so he is headed off to, I assume, to Olivine.
Yep. That's the right play here, in my opinion.
He's actually quickly running out of checks, though, is the thing. Like, after he's done in Olivine, I
Well,
think
that's a good thing for him. It'll rein him into the what's it called, the
Tower.
Rocket Tower.
Yeah, like, after he's done in Olivine, I honestly think he's out of everything except the tower checks.
Rising badge check.
He's already done it.
Has he? Oh,
Yeah, he named the rival.
oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, he's flying.
I watched that. I watched that.
It's fine. I do that all the time. But yeah, he's flying, literally and figuratively.
Yeah. Now Woongi's got to go all the way back to North Johto. It's not the longest trip, but it's still a trip.
Yep. Yep, Link to the Past, Ken asking if the Poké Center is allowed. Poké Center is definitely allowed. There's nothing that says that you can't use it. The thing is that it's slow.
Here goes radio cart.
And you find ethers and elixirs all over the place. So a lot of people will honestly just skip it. Take the couple of free heals you get through the course of the game after Slowpoke Well in the SSAN, etc. And bulk it out with just using the elixirs that they find.
So that's huge for Woongi because he has the SS ticket, and he's definitely going to check that radio card. Was that the fisherman? The fisherman?
Yeah, it was the fisherman. It's one of the fastest checks.
It's just he's definitely going to go for fly access first, so he won't be doing that anytime soon. The SS ticket check anytime soon.
He might. To be honest with you, he very much might. I suspect
well, he knows. He knows. Oh well, I guess he could just yeah, he could always go there, check the Snorlax, and then come back. But that's still a lot of time.
No, like he's going to get his fly first. But then the thing I'm more pointing out is that he might, after finding his fly here, he might go and do Olivine without doing the Ice Path. I don't necessarily think he will, but he might. A lot of people will prefer to put off Olivine until they do like the stuff in the right side of Johto, just in case the secret potion shows up, so they don't have to climb the lighthouse twice. I don't know if that's something that he's really thinking about because it's like such low odds and such a small chance. It's true here, but not everybody thinks about it just because it's not generally a thing.
Yeah, the smart play right now is just to go down Ice Path. It actually is the smart play from what we know too, because it does have the secret potion.
Yeah, and it's the smart play now that he's more willing to do it now because Fly could not have been down there. Just based on our logic, Fly does not show up after entering Route 44. So
yeah, but he already has Storm Edge. He has Fly access.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, if he hadn't found Fly, he probably would have put it off doing it just because he would have wanted Fly to get out of there. But he's got Fly now, so
yeah. I actually wonder if he would have gone back to yeah, he probably would have gone back to Olivine if he hadn't found Storm Edge there. Oh, he's going to Olivine right now.
He's going to Olivine right now. He wants that level 50.
I mean, that's fine. That's fine, but
yeah. No, the odds
that level 50 could have waited, in my opinion.
It probably could have, but honestly, I'd want to get it as fast as possible, and or at least I want to check it as fast as possible because he's still not using the Typhlosion, which means he's using the Nidoking, and the Nidoking is still not a great Pokemon. So you want to hope that the 50 is something that he can swap to.
At this point, I'm actually going to argue that the Snorlax is more likely to be a disappointment than anything right now. Because his Nidoking's level 45.
Just objectively by the math, the Snorlax is more likely to be a disappointment just because there's more bad Pokemon than good. But the Nidoking is not great. And so if you have the chance to try and replace it with the 50, I think you probably make that check real fast. He's going to do the Olivine checks real quick just because they're fast.
Like I said, my point is, if you're doing Ice Path, you're not fighting anything anyway. So you don't need that level 50.
Yeah, it's also worth noting that we're saying this as if he knew he was going straight for the 50, but he didn't know that yet because he didn't have the radio card. He's got it now.
It's true.
Flying is immune to ground. It's not immune to fighting. It resists fighting, but it can still be hit by it.
He's going. It's Kanto time.
Yep, he's going for it.
This is the divergence. Right now, I would argue that they're about even again.
Yeah, because Woongi has done the tower and has a ticket. Right. Okay. Yep. Actually, I think Woongi's ahead a little bit because doing Ice Path is probably faster than doing Rocket Tower.
Yeah. I would argue they. Yeah, it's definitely faster. It's definitely faster. Too many fights. And it's a lot more checks. Did we see Oddlay do the back of Dark Cave?
Dark Cave or Mortar?
Dark Cave.
No.
Dark Cave.
No, he didn't. He did not do the He did not do Blackthorn side of Dark Cave. Okay. So you need to remember what you were talking about. Okay.
There's Thunder Badge.
There is Thunder Badge. So the thing I was saying about Jasmine normally not being required is still true, but it's required this seed. So as long as Woongi does Ice Path before doing the Lighthouse, he'll still not have lost basically any time to that.
There he goes. He's going to Rocket Tower because he has to.
He was out of checks. He has to.
He had to. Yeah.
As long as he does Ice Path before doing Lighthouse, then he will probably not lose really any time to that. But if he does the Lighthouse first, then he's going to have to climb it twice, which is, nobody wants to do that. But that's also the reason why he's probably not going to do it until he either doesn't have any good check locations left or finds the secret potion. So
yeah, this is actually really good for Oddlay right now, this situation. He's got an extra badge on hand. He's got, oh, actually, he has 2 extra badges on hand. And, he's being funneled in the right direction. It's kind of crazy. And he's running a better Pokemon.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Woongi does here. What is he doing?
I don't know.
Good luck ritual. I'm going to go with good luck ritual. He was doing a good luck dance so that the Snorlax turns out to be good.
Flying straight to Vermilion here. That's a good move.
That's definitely the smart move. A lot of people forget you can do that. And he's listening to this guy talk way too much about Rapidash.
Was it Rapidash? I don't remember Vanilla.
It was Rapidash in the first game. I don't remember if it was Rapidash in Crystal, but it was definitely Rapidash in the first game.
So Oddlay is SS ticket and 4 badges away from Go mode.
Yep. Whereas Woongi still needs 6 badges, but okay. That's a Kadabra.
That's worth catching.
I would run this. Oh, and it had
still needs good moves, but Dizzy Punch.
Not a great start.
And oh!
Get in the ball. Get in the ball.
These clutch catches from Woongi. Whew.
Okay. Okay. So that's gonna have eventually. That's gonna have Surf. It needs just one other decent move. It's all physical, and yet I still think. And so at this point, if I was Woongi, I would go straight to Celadon, and I'd check the TMs in the mart. If
oh my god! I just realized. Can it be? Can it be the Can it be the Surfless Seed?
So I was talking about this in a couple of my other ones. It is theoretically possible for Surf to not be required. It is also so unlikely that I doubt any of us will ever see it. But so far, the way the logic is set up, it still could be Surfless. If they find Cut, and oh no, they have Cut. Duh. What am I talking about? If they find the other 4 badges without needing to Surf, then there is a chance that Surf is in Mount Silver and they just don't get Surf. But it's so incredibly unlikely that I don't think it's going to happen. I want it to happen. I really want it to happen. But I don't think it's going to happen.
So, to answer Link to the Past Ken, trade Evos have been set to evolve at level 40 in this randomizer. Oh, is it 47? Before level 40. They're all set to evolve before level 40.
Yeah, I think Steelix and Scizor are level 30, actually, which is pretty interesting. But,
oh, yes, they are.
Yeah, but so Woongi is heading straight to Celadon. He might even check the Curse TM, which, yeah, it looks like he actually is going to check the Curse TM. If he can find a good move for this Kadabra, you run the Kadabra.
Woongi going up for that TM. Which TM number is it? 5?
3.
3? Does he know what 3 is?
No, it's randomized. It's normally Curse. It's Sky Attack.
Yeah, I don't know about going up for that one.
So, if it was a good move, it would have been a big advantage. But yeah, no. That team is only available at night. So he set his game to midnight. I don't think it was intentionally for that. There's a couple of advantages to doing that, including higher level Pokemon on Cycling Road and in Victory Road. But he checked it because it was there. It wasn't what he wanted, so he reset.
Is that Sludge Bomb?
It might have been. I didn't see any special attacks.
It's just Sludge.
Sludge. Ah, it's so rough. If he can find Surf, yeah, it looks like he's sticking with the Nidoking.
Yeah, I don't blame him. That Kadabra was not special.
Ken, I'm pretty sure that if you hit new game after saving, you can just reset and it won't have saved to the new game and you can load up your old one. I'm pretty sure that's the case at least. Yeah. Zan is right. Woongi has a ton of checks he can do without fighting right now. Or at least without doing any serious fighting.
And he can still have Surf later.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe.
So it's not like it's curtains for the Alakazam just yet.
This is a lot of progress with this much time left. I jinxed it. I jinxed it on purpose.
Rude.
3 RRC coming.
Woongi has decided, alright, we're going back, we're doing the Ice Path, which is good. He needs that secret potion before he does the Lighthouse. So I suspect he's going to do this. He's going to go do the Lighthouse. He's going to find the badges that he's behind. And in that time, it's just going to really come down to what oddlay can find in terms of what he does over in Kanto. And it's still going to take him a little bit of time just to get to Kanto because he's still got to take the boat. But he thought about it. He thought about it.
So I believe there was one seed that almost took 4 hours to complete this tourney, but that's very rare.
Yeah, it's not particularly common. We've had at least 100% seed, because one of the first ones I commented was effectively 100% because there was an item behind the Elite Four. Neither runner 100'd the seed, but that's only because they got down to having 2 gym badges left. 2 different badges for 2 different gyms for each of them, by the way. And
I like that save scum by Woongi. I don't think people do that enough.
It's an interesting one, but they were down to 2 different. They both had 2 gyms left, and it was 2 different sets of gyms, and they both independently at the same time went. If it's at one of these gyms, my rival would have already won the seed. It's at the Elite Four, and did the Elite Four checks. So at this point, oddlay is ahead. The Ice Path Cave stuff, the Lighthouse, and Jasmine.
Let's see if Woongi... Yeah, he reset the Max Survive.
Yep. Woongi is ahead the early Kanto checks, the Snorlax, and like a couple of light things in Celadon, but also the boat. So at this point, I think oddlay is technically ahead in terms of like keeping track of who has what, who has done what, and how long the things you haven't done that the other person still has left to take. But yeah, it's a little bit close. They're gonna have to sort of unify back up together.
Ooh, the Sudowoodo has explosion.
Bang.
Yeah, his Pokemon are taking a beating.
Kaboom? Yes, Rico. Kaboom.
Does he not have revives?
he probably thinks he can just get through this Growlithe and be done with it. Yeah, if I was him, I would be like, I'm tired of this fight.
Yeah, that's fair.
He strongly considered skipping that fight and then didn't. Woongi is deciding that he is going to go ahead and he's going to do the Dark Cave navigate. Oh, never mind.
That's interesting. Going in and then backing out like that. I guess he just forgot he didn't have Flash.
Yep, again, he thought...
Oh, and no Surf, right. You can't do that without Surf.
Oh, yeah, there's no Surf. I'm so used to not having Surf. Like, not having Surf at this point in the game is throwing me off, because everything that you should have Surf for, like, everything that you need Surf for, you, like, generally already have it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's just that expectation that you have Surf.
Looks like Woongi is doing the Dark Cave navigation backwards, which is a little bit faster, if you know the movement, but a lot of people kind of don't know the movement because nobody ever approaches the violet side of Dark Cave from this direction.
Surf can be anywhere. Link to the Past can. It can be anywhere.
Surf can be literally anywhere, except behind Surf block checks, obviously. But as we were talking earlier, there is theoretically possible a seed in which Surf is not required, and therefore it's in Mount Silver. I don't know if it has ever happened before, and given how many checks there are that require Surf as a check, and how perfect the logic must be in order to make it happen, it's one of those things where it's sort of like a Baron Kakariko village in Ocarina of Time, or not requiring Zelda's Lullaby. Is it theoretically possible?
Still hasn't revived his Pokemon, which is very interesting.
That is weird. Oh, he might be...
And he's missing out on Blissey XP.
He is missing out on Blissey XP. I think he's fighting the Sailor right now, so he's going to get a free kill after this fight, and he doesn't need to win it. But he is giving up a lot of experience to do this. Okay,
yeah.
Blissey, like, I want the XP.
That Blissey's not going to kill him very fast, though. Oh, okay. He's just switching back in.
If I was him, I would have just probably cut and maybe healed up the Typhlosion, and that probably would have been enough.
Oh, his Typhlosion was pretty much out of moves, too.
Yeah. So he gets a free heal.
It's a very good heal from him.
Yeah, the heal you get after this fight is definitely a good one. Oh, right, Woongi also has to do a couple of cut checks that oddlay has done, so he's going to do those now. And then he'll probably do the Lighthouse.
He also has, that access. He has Kanto access, so he can do the cut checks here as well.
Yep, and it looks like he's decided that he doesn't need to,
The biggest cut check, go towards Victory Road.
Yeah, no kidding. It would be absolutely nuts if they find the other 4 badges just here. Because at this point, all they need to finish the game are the 4 badges. They have access to everything else, and if they don't find Surf, God, I want them to not find Surf. If they don't find Surf, and the badges are
that's a sub 2-hour seed easily.
Very easily, yeah.
Well, actually, unless it's behind a Kanto gym or something.
I guess. It's protein. Yeah, Woongi still has to go back into the Lighthouse. That's, like, he definitely has to do that, because the Thunder Badge is on, Jasmine. We already know that.
Yeah. So, oddlay has the advantage there, because I don't think Woongi's gonna be in a hurry to go and check Jasmine.
He might be. There's a lot of checks at the Lighthouse.
That's true.
And he's got the Secret Potion, so, like, that's the big thing.
And oddlay can just zoom right to the Victory Road area, because he's had cut for a while now.
Yep. Although it's not like Woongi lost a whole lot of time. They have Fly at this point, so like.
Well, at this point, they're so close that just those little having to retrace your steps can just be huge.
Oof, the Shuckle used Charm. He's tossed up a guard spec, but he's got to X-attack those attack stats back, or his Nidoking's going to struggle.
Yeah, especially against a Shuckle, which is all tank and no offense.
Yeah. It has some of the worst offensive stats in the game, but it's got, I think, base 200 defense, which I think is the highest of any possible stat.
Yeah, it does not die easy.
Actually, I think Gigantamax Eternamax Eternatus has higher than 200 in some of its stats, but that's like a boss fight where it's 4v1.
And that's also not this gen's.
Well, no, but it is this franchise, so you know.
Look at how much damage Submission is doing, and that's why I don't like it.
Yep, oddlay is seeing the Kadabra with the not a moveset, and he's going for it.
He doesn't have anything to give it.
He has Giga Drain.
Giga Drain.
That's going to be rough, but he's going for it.
No. Just no. I'm sorry. That's a no.
If Surf shows up before he has to do any serious fighting, like if Surf shows up in the forest here before he does any serious fighting, yes. Big yes. But
yeah, but the problem is you didn't need to spend time actually teaching anything if you just stick to the Nidoking for a while, and then if it happens, the Surf happens. Okay, you can still do everything you just did.
I mean, you're not wrong. He might be wanting to get stat experience on it. I've had a seed like this before where all the, like, you find a bunch of really good special attackers and all of your TMs are physical. It's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like those. It happens the other way around too sometimes.
Yeah. Alright, they're about to head into... I'm presuming they're going to head into Victory Road, because there's no point in heading down to Pallet, because you can't continue on to Cinnabon. Yeah, so they're going to head over to the Victory Road. They're going to do the 5 checks in Victory Road, and then probably the check below Victory Road as well.
Yeah. You don't come this way without doing that check. One runner did, thankfully, in this tournament did. Thankfully, I don't think it was anything important. Oh, there's Flash.
There's Flash. So that puts a couple of things in Basement Key. That puts a couple of things in logic for Flash, and it also unlocks 4 checks in the Flash chamber. The Basement Key, however, is a little bit more impactful. There's a bunch of checks down in the basement, and all the rockets have been cleared out. There's Surf. Well, there goes that dream.
Oh, my tracker thing isn't working right now.
I got it. So, Surf, Flash, Basement Key, and there's still 2 items in here they haven't seen. Okay, one of them's a Max Revive. Yeah, I see Killa points out, it may not be required, but the fact that they found it at all kind of invalidates the whole, like, let's hope that they don't need it thing, because they're still going to use it, and they're going to do all those...
Yeah, they have to use it.
Like, they're going to still do all those checks.
This machine part.
Yep, he oddly went ahead and did the check below Victory Road first, which is fine. He may as well. There's no reason not to, because you can just get through the guard. He has 8 badges. So Woongi is now like, okay, I've got Surf.
Technically less optimal? No, actually, it's about even. It's about even.
It's about even, but he's going to be very happy with what he finds in here as well. Or very annoyed if he's like us and hoping...
Did Woongi also get the machine part? I missed it.
I don't think he did.
That would be bad because he's headed for the area where he needs it.
I didn't see him pick it up, but I might have just missed it.
Chad, did anyone see him pick up the machine part? We'll find out when he actually goes.
Yeah, I mean, we'll know relatively soon because he's got Flash. He's going to Rock Cave after this, right? Like he has to.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep an eye and see if Surf is required for the logic, because there's still a chance it won't be, but at this point it probably is. So at this point now he has Surf Giga Drain on his Kadabra. Pretty good. Not amazing, not yet, but still pretty dang good. So at this point, Woongi is making what I think is the correct decision. He's going to do the Slowpoke Well, and then he's going to go do the Ho-Oh Chamber, then turn into the the Water Stone Chamber, hit the Flash Chamber from there, and then continue on. That's a bunch of really efficient checks in terms of physically routing them out. If you have the opportunity to do that, those 4 sets, do it in that order. The Slowpoke Well, into Ho-Oh Chamber, into Waterstone, into Flash.
Alakazam and Alakazam's special is not the highest in the game simply because Mewtwo exists.
But it's pretty dang close.
Yeah, I think it's second. Second or third. Espeon might be higher. I don't think Espeon's is higher though.
So Alakazam has a base special attack of 135. Espeon has a base special attack of 130. So it's higher than that.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Woongi has picked up an escape rope, which he probably does not need.
Espeon just has better defenses, so it's rated higher by lots of people.
Yeah, Alakazam is very physically frail.
And nothing here in Union Cave. Time for those hidden chambers, though. That's always the big part.
It's interesting to me that he didn't do Rock Tunnel. I mean, he didn't find the machine part, so I guess that makes sense. If he didn't find the machine part, that makes sense at least. But
Saint Kildafen is pointing out the meme that Alakazam never learns special attacks, which is very apt this time.
At least for the moment. You're not wrong. Yeah, the trade-off with Alakazam's base 135 special is that its defense is base 45, and its attack
it's a glass cannon.
Is base 55.
Espeon's, I don't think Espeon's that much better, but it's better.
Espeon is 60 defense and 65 health, but it's 95 special defense. So like its defensive stats are just significantly better. It's got like an extra 40 or 50 points across its defensives.
Yeah.
At the cost of 5 less special, which is why I'd rather run an Espeon than an Alakazam, but that's just me.
Yeah. It's just sturdier, which is always very useful. Because you're just not going to one-shot everything.
You could. You're not a scrub. Alright, Woongi,
yeah, let's... Well, I guess, technically, you can one-shot, like, Red's Pokemon, but you have to set up for that. You're going to take hits.
Yeah, I was kidding.
I know.
Yeah, so he's moved over to the Flash Chamber. He hasn't taught Flash yet, so he's got to do that. But he's going to go ahead and teach Flash. He's going to use the he's going to get the items here, and then where he goes from here, I'm actually not sure. I would guess maybe the lighthouse, given that he seems to have an aversion to Rock Tunnel, and I'm guessing he didn't find the machine part, which is a problem for him.
Yeah, I didn't see him pick it up. I don't think anyone seemed to pick it up, which is kind of disturbing because that should be something everyone does.
Yeah, that is by the way, that is an absolute ton of checks that he just did, and there were nothing there.
Yeah, that's a problem. Like we said, Surf might have been the biggest curse we could get right here because we don't know if there's anything behind it.
Just massive bait. I mean, like I said, odds are very good there's going to be something behind it just because there are so many Surf block checks. HMO3 is a scam. Kilda, you're fired. Go away.
It's possible.
It is. But, oh my god. Oh, the Soul Batch was in Rock Tunnel. Well, that's big.
Yeah, I noticed that. I saw that.
Yeah, he's down to 3 badges left.
So, the good part is that machine part might not even be required. So, Woongi might, if he didn't pick it up, it might not even matter.
Yeah. If machine part is required, then...
And he didn't pick it up, which we didn't see.
Yeah, then that's going to be a problem. He might have realized that he forgot to grab it, but maybe not. It's hard to know. Unless like he's streaming and has his tracker up, which I haven't looked. He might have a problem. Oddlay is now going to do the same set of checks that Woongi did. He's going to find nothing, unfortunately. Woongi is finishing up the cut checks in Lake of Rage. He can now turn around and fly to the Lake of Rage and put himself right in front of the Red Gyarados so that he can start the Rocket Underground. In my personal opinion, if you do Rocket Underground, you're kind of basically, and it's this late and you've got so many other checks, you're basically saying, okay, I'm happy with my Pokemon, I'm going to run with
Shiny Mew! It's nice and blue!
I've been staring at the wrong window for the last 20 minutes. Whoops.
Oh, are you watching them stream?
I was watching the stream instead of the restream. Yep. My comms probably have been behind by... Whoops. Sorry about that. Alright, so
Oh, it's alright.
Woongi is doing the surf checks in Mount Mortar, which is a solid plan. There's 5 of them down here, plus the one outside the entrance. So 6 checks for not a lot of time is very efficient. Shiny Mew.
Nah, we don't care too much for shinies in the randomizer community. They're just slow.
Shiny Mew is a great shiny, but unfortunately, the shiny animation plays every time you start a battle or throw the ball out, and it's really slow. And also, Mew has a fairly long cry as it is as well, so that's also not particularly fast.
Yeah, they have a lot of checks left, and there's still a lot of key items to get, so... Yeah, it's a long way from over, unless the ROM decides it's not.
Yeah, these last 3 badges could be Misty, Claire, and Elite Four.
Still haven't seen anything behind Surf.
Not yet. These last 3 badges could be Misty, Claire, and Elite Four. Like, we don't know where these things are. So there's still a chance that this is going to still be like.
So I'm gonna bet Woongi has the machine part because he's going towards it. That check right now, and there's no point in going from this way if you don't have the machine part.
There's one check that it unlocks if you go this way without the machine part. You're right, it's probably not very likely when he has Chuck's gym and the lighthouse.
Yeah, and he has lavender access. He was down there. He could have flown straight to it. He didn't check Rock Tunnel at all, which is weird.
He's been avoiding dark places this entire run. I'm not certain what's up with that.
He's going straight to Rock Tunnel. Oh, he doesn't have machine part. I see. He's opening up that way so that he can just zoom right there if he has machine part.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Like, or
I still don't agree with it, but
hoping machine part is in here so that he can escape rope out and
then go to talk to the power plant guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and he might be he honestly he might be doing the power plant guy after this anyways, just because again it is one check and he's already here, so.
Well, there's a soul badge. So the big X factor right now is Jasmine and the lighthouse. It's the only thing we know of that could actually make a big play here.
I still think he's gonna do it because, like, if you have a bunch of one-off checks,
you can't not do it.
Lighthouse, he's gonna do it. Like, it's not.
I'm surprised he hasn't yet. I'm gonna be honest. It's a lot of fighting, yes, but it's so many checks. But you have to do these free surf checks first.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. But he's also got the red scale. He found it in Rock Tunnel, so they're turning that in.
I don't think either of them have checked Tojo either. Oh, it's just an elixir.
Still nothing. We're watching the surf logic very carefully.
There's so many checks, there's no way surf's not required. Unless it is.
It's not likely, but it is possible.
Here goes Tojo.
Just a TM.
You can escape rope out of there to be just a bit faster, but no big deal.
Yeah, like, Surf is gonna lock Claire, Surf is gonna lock Whirl Islands. Like, there's a lot of really dense Surf locked locations. That's why we keep saying it's so incredibly unlikely that Surf is not required. That if it ever happens, it's something worth noting.
Ooh, soft sand girls check.
He might just be getting the item before them. I put the soft sand girls off.
At this point, if you're not doing the whole check, oh my god, he's really not gonna. Oh no, he's going for it. He's going for it.
Yeah, he's going for it.
It's just so much more efficient to actually just do it. He's got a big beefy Nidoking.
Yep, the lost item check was an elixir, so still nothing there.
Oh, did they have lost item?
No, the lost item check, the item that gives you...
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where you usually get lost item, yeah.
Yeah, they still have Mahogany Underground and the Goldenrod Basement as well, so, like, they've got a lot of places they could be going.
Yeah,
like,
it's only an hour 45 into the seed. There's no way you can check all the places, all the checks.
Yeah, this seed is wide open. The hidden item in the gym is also nothing. We've not seen Rocket Hideout yet.
It's very possible right now that even Waterfall and Whirlpool are in Mount Silver. Like, not required at all.
Yep, also very possible. I've had Mount...
We have not seen Rocket Hideout.
I've had Mount Silver Whirlpool a couple of times. It's like the easiest...
Oh, yeah.
It's like the easiest one to not require, in my opinion.
I've had Mount Silver everything except for Surf. And Flash. And Flash, yeah. Flash isn't possible there. But I've beaten the game without Flash before. I beat the game without Fly, actually. That was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, that's... yeah. Alright, TM24. Still nothing. An Ultra Ball, that's not required.
Right now, I think both runners are just very much avoiding battles. And so they'll do those checks eventually if they end up empty-handed, which they are. Very empty-handed right now.
Yeah, but their Pokemon are strong enough that, like, they should be able... They're definitely capable, Item Finder. Oof. They're definitely capable of doing, like, Rocket Underground as efficiently as is reasonably possible.
We're gonna get a basement check. At least I think that he is.
We probably are. He's doing a box heal.
Yeah, he's... You shouldn't need to do this. How?
The center's slow.
That's kind of weird. I would expect him to have enough items.
He might be saving them. I don't know.
Maybe he hasn't picked up enough elixirs for whatever reason.
Also possible. It looks like they're both doing... Like, they keep syncing back up for one check and then splitting off and doing their own thing again. It's really funny.
So Oddlay right now does not have Soft Sand Girls, which is fine because it's nothing. And Woongi does not have the Lighthouse check, which is bigger because that is very much a badge.
Yep. And honestly, I feel like most people will put off Soft Sand Girls as long as they can, so there's a good chance that Oddlay never actually does Soft Sand Girls before the season's over.
No, I would say Oddlay does have the advantage because he does have that one badge. It's not much of an advantage, but having a badge on hand is huge.
It's an advantage only if he manages to find the other badges before he goes to do the checks that we know are not necessary, that Woongi has done and Oddlay hasn't.
Also, Oddlay has the machine part. Was there anything behind those checks? I don't
Nope.
think there was anything behind those checks. Oh,
Nope, not a thing.
well,
Not
you
required.
save some time.
Not required, and still no surf-locked items. I mean, there was the item finder, but nobody cares about the item.
It's all Kanto gyms. Kanto gyms, and what else could it be? Yeah, just Kanto gyms. Don't let anything be behind Surf. Surf is bait.
I mean, it could also be Cianwood, Whirl Islands, Claire's Gym, the Rocket Underground, the Rocket Hideout. Like, there's a lot of places.
Put
still.
all of the rest of the badges in Rocket Hideout, please.
Yeah, or just put them all here. Actually, if all the badges are here, oddlay pretty much wins.
Yes, that's what happens. Actually, red is always the very last obstacle.
True. He's known as the Great Equalizer for a reason, after all.
There's so many ways that Nidoking can survive, and Alakazam can't, because Alakazam has the defense of a piece of paper.
Yeah. Neither of these runners have checked their TMs in a while.
They don't really need. Well, oddlay might need it because the Alakazam's not really running great moves. Not diverse moves, anyway.
The Nidokings aren't amazing. They're okay. I'd still be looking for an upgrade if I could.
Woongi planning to go and shop because he skipped the stairs.
You don't see that one very often, but it is definitely a valid strategy.
There goes Dig. Yeah, Nidoking's kind of crappy. It's like the most average Pokemon out of every Pokemon.
Yeah, it's worse than Kingdra, and Kingdra's stats are not amazing either, but at least Kingdra has a great typing to offset it.
Yeah.
Like, I love Kingdra, don't get me wrong. Kingdra is one of my favorite Pokemon to run. It has base 95 in every stat.
Yeah, it's too balanced. That's one of the reasons I don't particularly like running it. I like it, though, because it's so defensively strong.
I like running it in Randomizer because nothing will kill you unless it has Outrage, and if you manage to find yourself a Thunderbolt and an Earthquake TM, you can put them both on the same Pokemon.
No, I prefer physical Kingdra. Now, if you can get freaking Belly Drum or Sword Stance, you're set.
I mean, obviously, yes, but there's also Stab Surf, which is not, like...
Oh, no, that doesn't suck.
Don't discount Stab Surf. Alright, Woongi is gonna...
That's the best part about Kingdra, though. You can run it any way you want.
Yep. Woongi is gonna go pick up his Thunder Badge, and oddlay is... not doing Soft Sand Girls. Like I said, most people don't like Soft Sand Girls. I'm not remotely surprised that he's skipping it.
But it's a key item.
It's an item finder.
It's a key item.
I like how the Rocket Basement, the last, like, a bunch of these that I've watched, and the last couple that I've done.
Oddlay is going for the Rocket Hideout and is finding the... Or at least he might. He's finding the Mew. Also, he's very excited about that Mew.
Yeah, I've all just been complete bait. Like, every single one that I've seen. I've had one seed in which it was required, and weirdly, it was a freaking, crazy with hidden items logic seed that I did. It's like the only one I've done in the last, like,
I need to do some of those.
Have actually had something in the basement. It's very weird to me.
And it's finally an Alakazam. I would have used a rare candy for that, but it's fine.
They were fighting things that were weak enough that honestly I don't think it was necessary. It was going to evolve eventually.
He wasn't one-shotting everything. I saw it. He was one-shotting everything.
That's valid, I guess. The other question, of course, is how many rare candies do you have? So oddlay is also going to be doing...
You should have enough to spare one.
oddlay is also going to be doing these surf checks real fast. Woongi is going to be finishing up the lighthouse very
They're
quickly.
both avoiding Rocket Base. Now it's just convincing me more and more that Rocket Base has everything you need.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I expect Oddlay to go over there after he's done here. I think he's
Well,
just
what,
doing this
what else
first
does he
because,
have besides Kanto gyms?
yeah. Well, I mean, he's still got a couple of things, I think. He can go to Cianwood. That's an option.
Oh, Cianwood, yeah. That's actually a good check too. Respect the fact that it's 3 items, and stop worrying about how many trainers it is.
It's actually 4.
Oh, right, because they haven't checked. Yeah, it's 4.
I haven't checked the pharmacist yet. Plus, if
So many good checks, they're just behind trainers.
yeah, if Whirlpool shows up, then it's like 19. So you know.
They do soft sand. Well, Woongi does soft sand. Ale hasn't fought anything except for the basement since they got surf.
Yeah, there's a lot of surf lock checks, and so far none of them have panned out. It's actually really, really crazy to me. All right,
it has to be Rocket Base. Come on.
He is doing Rocket Base. Worth remembering.
All heal too.
Worth remembering, all of the checks in here are surf locked. So if there's anything in here that kills the no surf required seed,
and everything that's outside of here, like Price's Gym and that guard check.
Yeah.
Like a rage. It's going to, but it would be a nice oddity, very nice oddity, if surf somehow is not required in any way.
One of these days it'll happen.
It probably already has. We just don't know about it.
Maybe.
That right there is an example of how bad this Alakazam's moveset is, that he used Surf against the Totodile.
Yeah, but also it's level 16, so you just go ahead and you just spam Surf. It's gonna
I would have used one of the physical moves, honestly.
The Surf will one-shot everything, and then he gets a full heal after the third leg here, so.
Yeah. That not very effective message does take a tiny bit of time.
I mean, if you're optimizing for not very effective text, like, you're well beyond everything else that, like, you guys could be doing at this point, so. Alright, Oddlay has made it through the first 2 rockets. He's got 1 rocket left. Meanwhile, Woongi is doing Tojo, which we have already seen is nothing, so he's going to do that. He's going to be annoyed, and then he's going to
all 3 badges behind Nuggets. Let's go.
That'd be awful.
That's the best part. It's awful. Yes, it is 3 badges.
Yep, that's 3 badges. Yeah, the tracker shading can be a little bit tricky if you're not used to it. They're missing Cascade, Marsh, and Mineral. 3 badges that don't lock anything, so they could literally be anywhere. I still maintain that they could be Elite 4, and Clear, and Misty Lock. So, you know, if they're those things, then we're not gonna see them for a while.
Yeah, Ale right now, I think is... Well, he's doing the check that we know we haven't seen anything from yet. So I think he's slightly ahead. He's slightly ahead here.
Yeah, Woongi's just cleaning up a bunch of checks, but I think Woongi's done a couple of things that Oddlay hasn't, I think. I don't remember what they have off the top of my head, but I know he's done Soft Sand Girls, but Oddlay isn't likely to do that unless, like, literally nothing comes up and there's something on Elite 4. Like, I don't see him doing Soft Sand Girls unless there's a badge on Elite 4. Alright, Woongi's also making his way into the rocket base at this point, so they're both meeting back up at the hideout again.
Oddlay is still about 5 minutes ahead. 3 to 5 minutes ahead. There are a lot of trainer fights in here, which is why they both avoided it, for sure.
Yeah, but they're also fast. So, like, the strongest thing in here is like level 25.
Yeah, it's still time consuming, so I don't blame them for putting it off. Especially when you have just faster checks elsewhere. It'd be interesting to figure out whether either of them think they're either ahead or behind. Right now, I haven't seen any like desperation plays to indicate that they might feel behind.
Right.
They're just going through the progressions, which is valid. A very valid way to play this.
Yeah, I feel like their decision to wait so long on Rocket Base was not one that I would have done.
I mean, would you really not do these faster checks first? I mean, maybe you do it before basement, but basement is one fight for plenty of items. I don't think they did the wrong things here.
I mean, yeah, I would have done basement first, but like I would have probably come and done this like before doing the Violet City checks and things like that. Dojo Falls, like I probably would have come here doing those first, but I don't know. Yeah. It's just I feel like doing
the other checks are just they're too tempting. You can't not do them. You'll feel behind if you skip it. Do this first, even if you find something here first. You'll feel behind if you find something in the surf checks and didn't do them before this.
Maybe I'm just dumb then, but I probably wouldn't, just because I feel like the stat experience you get from doing this place is incredibly valuable. So I do this place like even if. Oh
no, you're. This is definitely one of the places to check. It's just you do everything else first that they did. It's okay to just not worry about the stat experience, because honestly, if you can go get go mode sooner, you just go. How many checks did they do before this? Really easy checks, not counting the basement. I would say about what, in the 20s.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like I would have done this earlier, but maybe I'm the bad one.
No. You can't say that when you beat Snowman. You can't say that. It's just a different philosophy. It's just fine. Don't worry
I still maintain that was just luck.
It's randomizer. Everything is just luck. You still need skill paired with it.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. This is not my therapy session. We'll leave it at that.
It can be.
I'd rather not broadcast my therapy session to 150 people. By the way, there's 150 people! Wow! Hi, everybody!
Hello!
So for anybody who wasn't here when we started about 2 hours ago, by the way, happy 2 hours, this is a Pokemon Crystal full item randomizer race between Woongi and oddlay. The seed started very fast, it has continued to be very fast, and then we found Surf and everything slowed down to a crawl, which I feel like is pretty standard. Right now they're both fighting their way through Rocket Base. Something to keep an eye on at the moment is that there have been no surf-locked items, or at least no surf-locked key items that we care about yet. So, as the commentators... we've kind of been keeping an eye on if this is going to be the legendary Surf Not Required seed. It's incredibly unlikely, but it's just something that we've been keeping an eye on because it's funny.
Surf was so late, too.
I mean, the item finder isn't nothing. It's just almost nothing.
They got some experience out of this? Good God, still nothing. Not even in this rocket base. Also, oddlay is walking out. Okay. That's not that bad.
Walking out is very quick. I've done it a couple of times not thinking about it, so he didn't lose a ton of time, but yeah, he just walked out real fast.
Yeah, escape rope's still tons faster. But that's fine. All the Kanto gyms are still in play. You do not need Surf for any of them.
You do for Blaine. And Blue.
Yeah, Blaine and Blue, yeah. Well, not them then.
I know nobody wants to do Misty without them, but, I mean, you totally can. I'm still waiting for the day that Surf ends up on Misty and you have to fight your way through for Gym. That sounds fun.
Oh god, you would have to. Oh, that's nasty. I didn't even think about that. Oh god, why would you put that thought in my head?
You're welcome.
My therapy session. Oh, that's true. That's true. Thank you for saving me, chat. Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. You have to go to the... Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Was price anything?
I didn't see.
So distracted. That's right. So getting through that is actually a lot. Oh.
Okay, there's Whirlpool, which is surf locked. However, there's no guarantee that Whirlpool locks anything. It is some very French vanilla Whirlpool, though. Alright, so at this point, you make a beeline for Cianwood and Whirl Islands, yeah? Or
yeah,
Whirl
you have to.
and Cianwood.
Yeah. Both of these are surf locked, so we're going to get a lot of checks to see if anything is surf locked. Well, it's gotta be something. It's gotta be something. Yeah, they can check the 16.
Yeah. At this point, the only stuff that isn't surf locked is it's basically the Elite Four and Kanto gyms. So it's like surf is probably required, which makes me so sad.
Alright, so level 60. I'm sure they'll check it. We got an Alakazam with only 2 special moves. And we got a Nidoking.
Oh yeah, you're definitely going to take a look at it.
I'm gonna vote for a Heracross on this one.
Scizor.
That would be wild. Oh no, what if it's a 90? Oh,
there's a March badge. Well, there goes our dreams. This is why we can't have nice things.
Once again, the memes are only dreams.
Alright, let's see what it is. Oh my god.
Oh, you catch it. You get no, you don't. Get it off.
No, you don't even catch it. It's unfortunate. The thing with Togepi is that we changed most evolutions. Trait evolutions, impossible evolutions. What we didn't touch are friendship evolutions. So you can't just toss that Togepi a rare candy and it's now a Togetic, which is still not very good, by the way. You'd have to do the entire friendship evolution just to have a Togetic, and Togetic is a bad Pokemon.
Terrible Pokemon. It's annoying to fight too, because it's
like there's a reason they gave it Togekiss.
Mystery egg here too. Oh, and waterfall.
There's waterfall. Yeah.
It was rocket base all along.
Yeah. At this point, Oddlay's probably panicking real hard, actually.
Oh, it's possible, yeah.
Because that was a really late rocket base. Like, 2 hours is a fairly late rocket base.
But if I'm Oddlay, I'm thinking, what other way would you do it? Like, what insane person besides Plexio would do such a thing?
I mean, I would have done rocket base when they did the Red Gyarados check, which they did like 20 minutes before they did rocket base.
Yeah.
There's the pass.
Yeah, I probably would have done them back to back, but I probably would have done the Red Gyarados check later.
Yeah, the other thing is I might have done rocket base like immediately after getting surf.
I mean, it's valid. It's valid because there's so many checks. But again, you have free checks lying around. It's hard to abandon them.
You don't abandon them. You just do them afterwards. You do the check dent stuff first, rather than going and picking up the 1 or 2 piecemeals. I mean, that's my opinion. Alright, Woongi is also about to see his Togepi and be probably fairly annoyed. Meanwhile, Oddlay is turning in the odd egg. If you turn in the mystery egg, and you get 5 of whatever item the aid gives you. So if you get like 5, I don't know, 5 really good TMs, that's one thing.
5 Cascade badges. Let's go.
Yeah, you only get 1 of them if you do it that way. 5 escape.
5 escape ropes is very, very good.
Yeah, that's great utility actually.
Even though they have dig, I actually prefer using escape ropes.
The pass wasn't in Kanto, by the way, but it was Kanto locked, so it's basically the same thing.
So then, if Woongi doesn't usually do the rocket base play, is he feeling behind right now? He is, but how far behind does he feel?
He's not nearly as far behind as he probably feels like he is.
Yeah. Though again, you have to think, who else would make that play?
So Oddlay is doing what I think is the objectively correct decision and doing the waterfall checks in Mount Mortar first.
Yes.
There's like 9 of them back here.
That's huge. And I'm gonna be crazy and say I would do Claire next.
I probably would as well, to be honest with you.
Especially if you still have 2 badges remaining. Claire, Erica, Janine, they're the most tempting targets.
I would do Janine first.
Oh, wait. We haven't done a Cianwood check yet, right? No, I'd do that before Claire.
I'd still probably do Claire first. I'd get the Cianwood flight point, and then I'd do Claire first.
It's 4 items. It's 4 items, and it's pretty fast.
I suppose. I don't know. In my experience, Claire is required more often than Chuck is. That's just from my experience.
And that's why that's the play. Because who does it? But it's 4 items. They're both synced right now.
Yeah, Woongi's just a minute or 2 behind, but they're both doing basically the same setup checks. The other thing is, when I'm down to just 2 badges left, my logic is almost entirely just go for check density, because the odds are better that they're not going to be, like, 2 of the 3 items in a location. It's better that they're going to be, like, 1 of the 6 in this location and 1 of the 4 in this other, so.
Dang. Oddlay's screen is frozen on. He's still very much going.
I think he was thinking.
Oh, he was thinking? Oh, okay.
Because he's escape roped out.
That's the second time. Second time he's kind of freaked us out.
Yeah, so at this point, I think you're
I
gonna
know
do,
where I'm going, though.
you're gonna do Erica and Janine, and then I would do Claire.
This isn't bad. This isn't bad either. No. Janine is a really, really quick check for 3 items. So.
Yep. I'm surprised.
But I would avoid Janine for.
I'm genuinely surprised he didn't come and get these leftovers earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised when people do that, but it sometimes works out. Especially since they weren't exactly in the high level area. So they didn't really need it.
Yeah, I suppose. I'd still rather have it, though. But he just didn't come over here, apparently. Weirdly enough, I think Woongi did go over there, and I don't know if he grabbed the leftovers either. I haven't been watching his fights as closely.
I don't know either. Yeah, he definitely checked the mart.
Yep, he checked the mart. He checked the TM that, like, nobody gets. But, I don't know if he got the leftovers.
Is Woongi just now checking the strength lock items?
Looks like it. Didn't bite him on this one, but, that's risky. It is more efficient to check them while getting the waterfall stuff, but man, he put those off for a while.
Yeah.
He got very lucky that there wasn't something back there.
That widened Oddlay's lead. But again, leads like this evaporate just on one check of a key item.
It widened it, but it didn't widen it by much. It only widened it by maybe an extra 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. Still, every second counts with a race this close.
Fair.
Is Woongi going to check the whirlpool item and the machine part? Oh dear, he's going to get the machine part now.
This is a problem for him if he gets the machine part. Yep, he's going to get those now. So Woongi is going to find the machine part.
Interesting. Now he might be a little down. No, he not until he actually checks it.
Yeah, no, there's still 2 items that nobody knows the location of. We're still looking for the Cascade Badge and the Mineral Badge, and they could be literally anywhere. They do not lock any checks. The only place they can't be is Mount Silver. So again, if those items are like Elite 4 Dragon's Den, this is still anybody's race.
No, and Woongi's checking something that Oddlay hasn't yet. The whirlpool item over here.
Yep, this is Solar Beam TM, I believe, normally.
I believe so, yes.
And it's
oh my god, that's huge.
That's very big. I'm not going to say that that is like something that Oddlay isn't going to do for forever, but I do think that puts Woongi in the lead. And now that gives...
He is in the lead.
Yeah, that gives Woongi an advantage that is fairly significant, but he's now going to go turn in the machine part, and he's going to lose some time to the machine part. Not a ton of time, mind you, but some time. Basically the 3 or 4 checks that come from the machine part are quick, though, so he's not going to lose, like, you know, minutes upon minutes, but he's probably going to lose 30, 45 seconds. Oddlay's problem with that particular check is that he's already done the Tojo Falls checks before it, and he's done the machine part check after it. So he doesn't have a reason to go back to that check except for that check, which means it's a singleton check, which means he's probably not going to do it until he finds the Cascade Badge.
Mineral Badge was the whirlpool locked item on Route 25? Or is it 26? 26,
I don't remember. It's behind the Whirlpool locked item that is the only single Whirlpool locked item.
I think that's 27 actually.
Whirlpool only locks 3 sets of checks. Whirl Islands, Claire's Gym, and 1 item on 1 route on the way to the Elite Four. It's the 1 item.
Yeah, it's 27. It's 27. 25 is Nugget Bridge. No, for the Nuggets.
Yep. Woongi has an edge here, having found that. Oddlay is probably not going to find that for a while. But it's also entirely possible that he'll find it very quickly. We've reached the late stage of the game where
It's
all
really
of the
easy check to
Yeah.
go after. It's not that time consuming either.
all of the checks that are left are basically you just pick one and flip a coin and it might be there. We're down to the point where there's not really like
Flipping coins, huh?
not really big clusters of locations anymore. There's not really another rocket hideout or another lighthouse, another place where you go and you get like 8 or 9 checks, except Claire's Gym. But that's a special case because nobody likes doing it because it's a bunch of fights. Everything else is like 1 check here, 2 checks there, 2 checks there, 1 check here. The biggest pockets of checks left are the 5 checks in Dragon's Den after 6 battles, including a gym leader, or the 3 checks after Nugget Bridge. Everything else is 1 and 2 shots. And at this point, when you're down to 1 or 2 items left, you just have to pick one and hope you get lucky.
Yep, that's the thrilling and the torturous part of randomizers.
Oh, they still haven't done Chuck. That's true as well. It could also be Chuck. Oh, Oddlay is making the play for Claire. I like this decision. I would be doing it. And if he thinks, okay, let's just knock all the Whirlpool checks out at once, he might find the mineral badge not long after finishing this. So it's going to be just a whole bunch of fights for the next little bit. Woongi's going to be finishing up Price's Gym. Oddlay is going to be doing Blackthorn. So while that's happening, let's play some smooth jazz. What? Do we not have any smooth jazz? Okay, fine. I guess we'll keep talking. I'm pretty sure that Price didn't have anything. Yeah, I know, right? Shut up. Look, I can only be funny about half the time. It's not always a hit. You gotta bear with it.
The amount of unfunny jokes comedians have told over the years, you can count on a lot of them. Just a lot of them.
It wasn't even a joke. I do actually like smooth jazz. We just don't have any queued up, so. Jimnix, that was uncalled for. That was just rude. Alright, so Oddlay's got 3 fights left. So he's halfway through to Claire's, finishing up Claire's Gym. Woongi is making the play for Blue and Blaine, and I like this because it's going to give you the fly point to Pallet Town for when you're finished. You can just immediately fly to Oak's Lab.
And he can do Janine right after.
And he can do Janine right after. We know that it wasn't anything, but this is an incredibly efficient set of checks because he's going to talk to Blue, beat Blaine, and Blaine is like the fastest of all the Kanto gym leaders because there's no gym trainers and he only has 3 Pokemon. And then he's going to swing over and do Janine and the cut check by Janine. He's the only one that has a chance of giving him the last badge is that Blaine check. Unless he swings over and does Blue as well, which he might. So, you know, we'll see.
So, I would argue that Blaine's not that fast, simply because you're likely to need X items for it.
I've never needed. Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, he's what, level 45-ish?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to use X items, but the chances are that you won't one-shot things.
Maybe I'm doing this fight wrong.
As long as you win, there's no right or wrong way to do fights.
I guess. I think oddlay is on Claire at this point. I kind of looked away for a while.
Yes, it's a level 40 Pokemon he's fighting, so that's Claire.
I think that's the Kingdra slot, actually. What a
The
gem.
level 40 is whatever the level 40 is. It's her highest level Pokemon.
Yeah, her ace. It's Kingdra. So, alright. Into the Dragon's Den. One more fight, because somebody doesn't understand that Claire's being a sore loser and is trying to keep you out of there. And then 5 checks. And if one of them is in... The only thing that he could find there that would be interesting to us are the lost item and the Cascade badge.
Pretty much. What bad key items are still left? Have we found the coin case? I think we found the coin case.
I think we found the coin case, yeah. Like, they're down to not much.
Can't be the Pokedex, because that was the first item!
Yeah. Hey, Woongi found a cross-shop TM. And a rock.
That's nice.
This is why you check your TMs, kids.
Wow, that Nidoking is stacked right now. And Sword Stance?
You teach the sword dance over sludge, and you are good to go.
So that Nidoking is now officially better than the Alakazam, in my opinion.
It's still only base power 92.
It doesn't matter when you have Sword Stance.
I guess. It's gonna make setting.
High enough. It's high enough.
It's gonna make
Setup's just gonna be faster. It's just gonna be faster.
It's gonna make setting up a lot easier. That's true. Alright, now for the impossible test that Claire can't beat, which is basically saying that you don't beat your Pokemon. Claire, is there something you want to tell us?
How is she the 8th gym leader?
Dragon broken. Also, she has connections.
Apparently.
Yeah, nepotism. That was the word I couldn't remember. Thank you.
And it's empty. Dragon's Den is not the play.
No, but it's still not a bad idea. Like, I expect Woongi to go there as well. If he
Got some levels out of it, that's for sure.
Yeah, if he doesn't find the badge, like, within his next check...
Nuggets. Oh, right. We still haven't done Chuck.
Yeah, at this point we're down to basically, I think... What checks have we not seen? We haven't seen Route 4. We've not seen the Chuck stuff. We've not seen Misty.
Brock, Surge, Sabrina.
We've seen Surge.
Oh, we've seen Surge? Oh.
How have we not seen Sabrina?
No, no one does Sabrina that.
I do.
No one really does Sabrina that early. No one. No, it's fine. So I like to do Sabrina when I turn in Lost Item.
Yeah, I suppose.
But if you don't have it, so I delay it. That's me personally.
And then we're all missing...
Her gym is so out of the way from the Pokemon Center. So far. Why you do that?
And then also...
I mean, think about it. These Pokemon are getting injured, and they gotta go all the way across the city to get treatment. Bad design.
And then we're also missing the Elite Four. So,
yeah.
there's still a chance that it's an Elite Four seed. Woongi is gonna
Hey, remember when we were really close to go mode, like, an hour ago?
Yeah, that was nice.
I kind of want it to be here in Chuck's gym right now. Just so we have no mode, just so just so oddlay is kind of even.
Even if it is here in Chuck's gym, I think Woongi still has the advantage, just because I feel like Chuck is a more desirable set of checks to do than that one check in the middle of nowhere.
I would do that one check in the middle of nowhere before all the gym leaders that only give one check.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, that might actually be faster. That's how out of the way Sabrina's gym is.
Sabrina's gym isn't out of the way. It's just on the wrong side of the city from the mart, or from the center.
It's not Sabrina. Someone do nuggets. Oh wait, we've already done nuggets, right?
Nope.
No.
Not that I
Oh
want.
no, they went in the gym, but not actually did the gym. Right. Someone do nuggets. Doing blue before nuggets. Fair.
I mean, if you
only have one badge left.
If you can.
Oh, there you go, Cascade. Hey.
Chuck's bypass it. So we now have no mode. At this point, oh, oddlay is doing the check. All right.
Oh, this is what I said.
Yeah, so advantage oddlay. Woongi, even if Woongi goes straight there right now, oddlay is going to beat him to red. So oddlay needs to struggle on red, or
red's the ultimate equalizer. Never forget. Especially you, Kilda. You should not forget that red is the ultimate equalizer.
Yeah, it's going to depend what red leads. If red leads a physical attacker with a strong physical move, this Alakazam might just have no chance, even with X defense, because it's got such bad physical defense.
Considering Oddlay's really bad luck with really bad reds this tournament, we might still have a game.
Alright. Oddlay is officially in go mode at 2 hours and 30 minutes even, which is pretty dang fast, actually.
If red leads a lot of things, honestly, shoot, all it needs is a physical move.
Yeah, a physical move would basically just obliterate Alakazam.
Physical move, crunch would probably be a pain in the...
Crunch would be a nightmare. Like, if something has crunch and can do remotely good damage... Like, the thing is, so what needs to happen is that oddlay needs to take less than half of his health as an attack. Whatever attack that the guy uses. Or whatever he...
Or luck out that it just doesn't have an attack move that isn't Whirlwind or Roar.
Yeah. If he can stall it out, that might also be an option. Saying Kilda, I remember commentating that race. That was crazy.
Yeah, we were both on that. That was us.
Oh, that was us.
And once again, an oddlay race. Oh, and if you guys didn't see the tiebreaker between St. Kildafan, Vilks, and oddlay, I wish there's a VOD of that. I don't think there is. But it was the worst red I have ever seen. They all went there early because it was a quick seed, and one of Red's Pokemon was a Mew that no one could one-shot, and it had Roar, Recover, Rest, and Milk Drink.
Oh dear.
It was the worst Pokemon I've ever seen on Red. And Woongi's almost at it's gonna be a race.
Woongi has made the right decision. He is in the right place. He's just going to be probably 3 or 4 minutes behind oddlay at this point.
By the way, if oddlay wins this, my coin will have called this. I'm just saying. I'll understand, Kilda. I'll understand.
He's doing his setup before the during his last menu for his last repel. Doing a quick heal with a max elixir to get all his moves back. Checking his TMs one more time just to make sure he hasn't picked something up. They have an earthquake TM. Checking his moveset just to make sure he hasn't picked something up. Using his rare candies. Getting ready to go to red. He's gonna save, and here comes the fight. Let's see what we got. Well, that's bulky. Stun Spore. Ooh, Dizzy Punch. Okay, he's okay. He's probably gonna be able to set up on this. Ooh, crit. Okay.
Oh, that is what Woongi needed.
So he is opting to do a full restore and reset on the Alakazam rather than just reset the game.
That's valid. That Dizzy Punch. I don't know what Slow King's attack is. It doesn't seem very impressive. But a crit, yeah. Dizzy Punch is only 10 PP, right? So, shouldn't be that bad.
Soul King has a base 75 attack. Its special attack is much better. Well, I say much better. It's base 100. The problem with it is that it's got a base 110 special defense.
Yeah, that Dizzy Punch isn't doing anything. It's nothing to worry about. And it only seems to have Dizzy Punch.
He also keeps missing it.
Oh my god, another crit. No, don't reset! Oh, no!
No, he's resetting. I mean, you may as well at that point just reset and do the fight over again rather than try and like get a revive in.
No, he can stall out Dizzy Punch. It's only 10 PP.
That's fair.
But he already used 5, at least.
Woongi's got his Cascade badge.
Yes, you always buy X accuracy. Oh, he doesn't have an X accuracy? Oh no. I saw him not pick up one earlier in the game too. Well,
he's getting some resist on these stun spores, which is good. He needs
that's
that.
nice. That Slow King is locked into a loop here. That's pretty nice.
Looks like he's ready to start. He's going for it. It looks like.
Yep.
He got the first Giga Drain. Okay.
Yeah.
So as long as he can one-shot everything here, Oddlay should win this. He's got his setup. He's happy with it.
More Giga Drain. See, Giga Drain holding its weight.
I am a pillar of salt about that right now.
I'm telling you, don't sleep on the Giga Drain. It's not ideal. It's just usable. Look at all these water Pokemon! Ooh, the Espeon might.
It's not particularly defensive.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's over.
This is it.
GG Oddlay. I suppose that's a little early. GG Oddlay, there we go. Right on time.
Yep. Oddlay has finished with an official SR erase time of 2 hours, 36 minutes, and 26 seconds. GG to him.
I done. Oh, the timer's. Oh, his timer's going. Okay.
Yeah, his timer's still going, but I've checked the race time. GG. Looks like Woongi is going to go ahead and finish
Incredibly good time. Yeah. Well, he's right here.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a good call. Depending on what the Slope King had one last move. As long as it's not anything like, I don't know, Hydro Pump.
Could have been Psychic, I guess.
A Psychic would actually probably be the worst.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome.
Hello, Oddlay.
Hey, y'all. Hey, everyone.
GG.
GG. Whoa, what? I'm not expecting this. Wow.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
Yeah, not at all.
That's the nature of randomizer tournaments.
Indeed.
There's nothing predictable, and you ran a really good race. incredible race today.
Pretty clean. I'm happy with that.
Yep, very close the whole way through. Show us the DVs. Show us the DVs.
Oh, it's okay. That's gonna
Yeah.
take a while. Don't worry.
Yeah,
about
while it propagates through, it's like okay. But no, it was a very good race. We were watching you and Woongi go back and forth, and we couldn't tell who was ahead half the time because you guys kept like trading off doing the same thing. But it wasn't like one of you does tower, one of you does hideout. It was like one of you does kimonos, one of you does item house. Like that's how close you were in terms of swapping things out.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, and he found the mineral badge before you do, so he was one badge away from go mode a lot sooner than you were. But you got those 2 badges back to back, and it was GG from there on.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, I was absolutely scared, especially after doing Claire, spending all that time for nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think Woongi even did clear, did he?
Nope.
Yeah, he just picked other bad spots.
That's not girls.
Yeah, did.
I almost did that. Woongi. That was a fun seed. It almost looked it almost looked Jet for a second there.
Yeah, no, we were looking at this like they're 3 badges away from go mode in an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, I started glancing over at racetime.gg for the Woongi.done at about 1:45 is when I started glancing over.
Oh, I hate that's the worst feeling. It's like, okay, I'm this close. He's got to be almost done, right? It's like I'm just gonna glance back at racetime.gg every 10 seconds.
Oh. And I thought the start was hilarious with the Jinx intro and the Pokedex right off the bat. Unavoidable.
We didn't notice the Jinx intro. At least I didn't.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that either.
But yeah, no, immediate Pokedex, and then your starters were Kangaskhan, Scizor, and Ninetales. There was a Scizor in the grass, and a
Kind
Scizor
of mid-league Pokemon that were solid enough.
Kangaskhan's fine. Nothing wrong with Kangaskhan. Yeah, then it gives you level 20 later. It's like, well, I guess it's Kangaskhan.
Yep.
But-
Woongi picked the Scizor, by the way, and it learned Rock Smash at level 8.
Ooh, nice.
But it was a Beedrill, so what are you gonna do?
Surf was way late. I was almost thinking,
We were
could
all
this be
thinking,
it?
Yeah, we were all thinking that for a while. And it took a while for Surf to even be anything required. So we were all thinking, hey, is this not Surf required seed?
In the tournament.
Yeah, but then it, of course, had to give you things. It paid off eventually. You and Woongi were just like dead even for the whole match. It was insane.
Oh, is Woongi finished?
Yeah, Woongi just finished.
He should get an invite soon.
Yeah, we're gonna get him in just a second.
Because we actually have to make sure he's listed as done.
There he is.
How you doing, Woongi?
Oh, that was a bit unlucky, but GG's.
GG.
Yeah, GG. That was a very close race. You guys were back and forth. Oddlay, I think, spent most of the time in what we would consider the lead, but it was so close that it really didn't matter.
It kept going back and forth. Like we couldn't decide who was in the lead for most of the race.
Yeah, it's just like Woongi, you got the mineral badge a while before Oddlay did. It was his last badge, and with that placement, I think you can understand why. And we were a little worried when you didn't get the machine part, because Oddlay had checked that spot much earlier than you did. Fortunately, that was nothing.
Yeah, and then you found the machine part and you spent a whole bunch of time checking it, so unfortunately it was nothing.
Yeah, there were a couple locations that I was really sad to find absolutely nothing.
Yeah, what did you think about that Surf location and then the fact that there was almost nothing behind Surf?
That was weird. I thought at that point I might have been ahead, so that's why I did some of the more out-of-the-way checks that I usually wouldn't do. But then eventually, it came to the point where I did all those extra checks and it didn't amount to anything. So I was like, oh god, I don't think I'm ahead anymore, if I was ever ahead. So
Yeah, you guys were like neck and neck. The only time that we really felt okay, one person is ahead of the other, that wasn't like right at the end of the game, was when you did kimonos as soon as you got to Ekritik, and we're like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Luke is ahead because he has HMO2, and then Oddlay did everything in Ekritik. He did, the tower, Morty, Tin Tower, and then he did Kimono Girls, and it's like, okay, never mind, they're back to being equal again.
Yeah, and then Oddlay got the storm badge first. He
Yeah,
went
I
to order
figured.
first.
How
Yeah,
about the
Mhm.
and I wanted to do this so badly, and I'm glad I did it. The roamer into Tin Tower.
You both did that. You both
Yes,
got the Nido King.
awesome.
Yep, first try.
Another, yep.
Woongi kept with the Nido King, and Oddlay, you switched to the Alakazam. Look at those DVs, by the way. Those are some crazy nice DVs.
Oh yeah, the Nido King was an absolute beast. I ended up sticking with it because I checked my TMs and I didn't see any good special TMs. So at that point, I thought I might as well just keep the Nido King.
Yeah, there was barely any good special TMs. It was very frustrating.
Literally just Surf and Giga Drain took it the whole way, and
Yep.
Red had the perfect team for that, thankfully.
Yeah. Yeah, that Swords Dance for the Nido King was really nice too.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
a big
physical
help. I don't know
team is
when I got
crazy.
it, but if I did get it earlier, I wish I checked it sooner because
Yeah, we noticed Oddlay also had an Earthquake TM, so that was also a thing.
Oh wow, I was really hoping I would learn Earthquake or find one, but I guess it wasn't one of the checks I hadn't done.
If necessary, it was entirely possible to go physical Zam at the end there with all those TMs.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Like
Yeah,
he's destined to be. Y'all ever see a 30+ minute Faulkner?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I ended up going backwards through Goldenrod because that scissor was having a miserable time in Violet.
Wow, these
Everything
two
wanted to
all
kill
the-
it. Oh my
Yeah, we
goodness.
saw that the Cyndaquil with the Fire Blast. It's like, oh god.
Yeah, that was the thing that just broke me. I'm just like, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna go check the escape rope chamber. Hope I find a way out of this mess. And luckily there was, so I ended up just keep going. And I even checked Bill's poke, and that was a big help.
Woongi, 117 bonks is disgusting. How dare you?
Oh yeah, I I don't know how I do it, but
Oh man.
My best is still in the 600 range. How dare you?
this is the
My
best I've
best
ever
is
done.
slightly under 600. It's 580 something.
Yeah,
I
I don't
consider
know how this
577
happened.
pretty good.
Yeah, in an earlier tournament race, I broke my previous record, and then in this one, I broke that one again. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a great job.
So yeah, props to Oddlay for the win. But I'm still happy with how this run ended up because I thought, for the most part, I was doing checks in a pretty good order. And yeah, that early game backup strat going through Goldenrod with Bellspug was... Yeah, I'm glad it worked out because there weren't any answers besides that from what I could see.
Yeah, we saw you both set up to grab the EV, and then I think only you actually did, which is funny.
I forgot.
I
What
did.
was it?
It was a Magneton with Ice Beam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was better than the Kangaskhan, so I ran with it.
By the way, if anybody's curious, I went ahead and looked it up. The last of the roamers was, as was predicted in chat, a Mankey. And if you had managed to find it, it would have had Sleep Powder, Hydro Pump, Dragon Breath, Dig.
Dig.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hey,
Dig.
dude.
Nah, I like Primate, but I don't know about that.
Yeah,
And Nido King served you both pretty well.
yeah, I would have been happy with either. I would have gone with the Primeape too if I found it.
Yeah, you guys had some really good choices for Pokemon. Those starters were nice too. The Ninetales is debatable, but I saw it had Fire Punch. Rival used Fire Punch on one of you.
Probably me because I was running the Magneton as well. So
That would have been Woongi, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a very good race. You guys Unfortunately, one of you had to be eliminated. Woongi. Uh, I don't know. How are you feeling right now?
I'm a little bit sad, but it was a good run.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
very good run. It was just unfortunate.
yeah, commiserations to you. It was such a good race. Also, because I cannot help myself, I looked up the Ninetales moveset. You guys should have chosen the Ninetales. Fire Punch, Smoke Screen, Aurora Beam, Bite.
Wow. Well, they were gonna replace it with a level 20 eventually.
I mean, yes,
Oh yeah.
but still.
That would have saved me a few minutes in Violet trying to get the Sprout Tower.
I think Scizor was the best choice there. It's very unfortunate you ran into a Cyndaquil with Fire Blast.
Yeah, double stab with Mega Horn and Metal Claw. Yeah, I was gonna run that if I could.
Yeah, that was amazing. I've not seen a Scizor with Megahorn as an option like that before, so that was really cool.
Yep.
One thing that me and Mel disagreed on was I thought you guys both, because you both did it at about the same time. I thought you guys both did the Rocket Hideout fairly late. Did you guys feel like you did it late, or was that about when you wanted to do it?
For me, I think that's about when I wanted to do it. Mainly I pushed it back because I ended up getting Surf, and then there were a lot of other checks available. So just wanted to get the quick checks out of the way before committing to that long sequence.
I think the same thing here. I got distracted by quicker checks before heading over to it. I think that timing's fine. It could go either way. It could go in front of the quicker, smaller checks. It could go behind. It's almost always required.
Yeah, okay. I was just curious if you guys thought that you were the right, like when you normally would, or it was really late, or okay. Yeah, because we kind of disagreed. I thought you guys did it a little bit later, than I don't know.
Yeah, I always do the checks of least resistance first anyway.
Shame about the level 60.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. It was funny, but it was unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's like anything but a baby.
And then it's a baby.
Of course.
Heck, even like a baby Magby or Elekid wouldn't have been too bad. Those are both level 30, right? So you just evolve them real quick.
Isn't it still stuck on friend in speed choice?
I think it is still on friend and speed choice, yeah.
But I think aren't Elekid and Magby both level 30 in
And Smoochum
Vanilla?
as well.
Smoochum? Yeah.
Yeah, and
Those
Vanilla,
three.
they evolve at 30 as well.
Did you get your Pokemon haircut, Woongi?
I did.
Yes!
Yeah, I assume you both agreed on that,
Yep, that
and
was
also
agreed on.
naming each other as the rival.
Mhm.
Of course.
And I was going to name my main as well, except I didn't have a main for a while. And I wasn't sure if I was going to stick with the Nidoking either, so I ended up not nicknaming it, but I was hoping to get that done as well, just for fun.
Trying to come up with a bit, have a little fun.
Yeah. I guess one thing fun that I did that oddly probably didn't was I just let the boat music finish. That's something in the community that some people like to do for fun, so.
But the what? Oh, that's what you were doing. We were wondering what you were doing standing around in front of the guy.
Oh.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Well, luckily in the end, that wasn't the difference in this ROM, so.
It wasn't.
Our
Oddlay
best-
has a few moments where he just stopped and did nothing too.
Yeah, our best guess, I don't think we had the music on you at the time, so our best guess was that it was like, all right, let's pray that the Snorlax is good.
That works too.
I like to stare at any sprite errors, like the Jesus rivals, especially.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love
Just kind of double take.
Yeah, those are great. Ah, man, I was so sad I messed up the movement on the way to World Islands. That was almost like there's like very few frames to get that one right, and I messed it up for the first time in a long time. the 6 poke spinner. Wasn't the difference in this run, but still, yeah, I was very sad at that.
Yeah, hitting that spinner is the worst.
It's a six
Yeah.
six Pokemon spinner.
That's just
Yeah.
nasty. Yeah.
Oh no. You got lots of Pokedex information for your Pokedex.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, this Pokedex start. Were either of you actually curious about where Mewtwo's were? Because you got to see a Mewtwo very early.
Not really.
Yeah, Whitney had one.
Never never thought about it, but I'll think about it in the future.
Yeah, at least for
That
me, it's
would've been
not
smart.
really worth it at any point because it's not guaranteed to be a common encounter anywhere. So
Yeah,
That-
exactly.
That's true also. Yeah, the Pokedex from your mom messed up the very first menu of the game.
I sure did mess up mine too.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, at least you had it the whole way, so you got used to it.
Oh yeah, but then
That's
yeah, that
true.
first menu error, that felt so bad.
The very first menu.
You never get used to it.
Oh. And you never get it before the first menu.
Yeah, because literally the only person who could give it to you is your mom, and she never has it because what are the odds of that?
What are the odds of
Very
that?
high. Oh, I do want to say that I was very frustrated at my submission accuracy during soft sand girls. Oh, that I had to double take there. What was happening?
Yeah,
I'm not particularly fond of submission because of that.
Yeah, and I had no other options. Like I ran with to keep the coverage, but man, that was a moment.
Did Red try to troll you with double team?
No. So at one point when I had submission, I went to do soft sand girls, and then I missed like 6 or 7 submissions in a row.
Yeah, that
80 accuracy, by the way. 80 accuracy.
yeah, 80 accuracy move. That's really bad. Bad luck.
Yeah, 3 or 4 I could understand, but when it got to 6, or maybe even with the 7, I was like, oh man.
I'll have to rewatch this VOD and check out all the other racers in this tournament on SpeedGaming.
yeah. It was a good race. Like it's definitely one worth watching back if you've got the time for it.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good race to watch because yeah, there were a lot of things happening in this run.
Yeah, it was definitely a good race to watch. There are a whole bunch of races that are really great watches. Speaking of which, we have 2 coming up tomorrow. We have one at 2 p.m. Eastern Time with Mountebank and Trickums, and we have one at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time between Easton 8 and Mr. Holmes. Hope you all come back and watch those.
Yep, absolutely. They're gonna be. Do we know what channel they're on yet? By the way.
They are not scheduled on any channel yet.
All right,
They'll
so
probably
keep an eye on the schedule. They'll be up sometime tomorrow before the races. So if you're interested in watching more of this, which I highly recommend because this is always just a blast to watch and to play, then definitely go ahead and watch us. We're going to be on one of the Speed Gaming channels. If you think you might want to be interested in playing, you're welcome to find us on the Cinco Bingo Discord. We always enjoy having new people show up. It's not a particularly hard thing to get into. There are much easier variants of the game than this. I promise you don't have to leap directly into Full Item Randomizer if you don't want to. And all the people on the Discord are happy to help you if you need help, want to ask questions, want to get set up and get going. With that in mind, I think we're pretty much done here.
Yeah.
Yep. Stay tuned.
Yep, absolutely. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure you go and give both of these racers a follow because they're both great. Make sure that you go and follow RPG Mel, and I guess if you'd like to, you can follow me. But, you know, it is what it is.
Thank you both for commentating so much.
Yeah, no,
Really awesome.
it was a lot of fun.
Glad you all
It's
had
always
fun.
easy
Thank
to
you all.
commentate a great race like this.
Hey.
Yep, thanks for commentating and yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
Thank you,
definitely.
Speed Gaming.
Yes, thank you, Speed
Oh yeah,
Gaming,
big
for
helps to
hosting us.
things. Yeah.
Oh yeah, obvious, definitely. Thanks, Speed Gaming as well. All right, with that in mind, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let you guys go. So we'll see you guys later. Bye,
All
everybody.
right. See y'all
GG.
next time.
Yeah.
Good night.
Take it easy.
GG's.